Okay, 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Okay, here we go. Can you all see me? I don't think you are seeing me. Let's check. I see me. You don't see me. All right, let me turn this music down a bit. Okay. All right, everyone. Okay. So, welcome. 1 second, and I'm going to put these ears in. And yeah, welcome to the neighborhood. Thank you all for your patience. Okay, actually, let me just put the other ear in because at this point, so tired of dealing with it like in and out. Okay. I have yet to see your comments. We're going to be checking on those. So, so I want to first say thank you all so much for um, making time this evening. And please be sure while you're here, just at the start, to let people know and to gather. Please do put a like on the video. And yeah, okay, so let me see who I've got here. Yeah, okay, yes, Jason and Gina, dinner time. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I imagine this had to have been a great conversation because a phrase like this from Lorna Williams, you cannot respond to crazy and unstable. Uh, yeah, must have been something quite dynamic going on. Okay. Um, okay, so I'll get to all of you in a second, but I do want to just kind of get the night started. And so, as you might have seen before, I just want to um, introduce and kind of present where we are. 1 second. I think I hear some sirens. I don't want to disturb. Okay, hopefully it's far enough away that I was like, why do I have this scrunchie all the way up my arm? Because I wanted to tie it. Okay, so I wanted to kind of proceed. And so, as we usually do in these neighborhood hangouts and chats, I first introduce myself. I am Lauren Brown. Welcome to the official Lauren Brown channel. If you're returning and you are part of the neighborhood, welcome back. If you are not part of the neighborhood, please do subscribe. And we also now have memberships, so feel free to join and, yes, be an official part of the neighborhood. It's a fun place. And so, as per usual, we are in the parlor. So I'm thinking, 1 second, if I can show this to you, that would be lovely. If it will not let me, I can move on. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Oh, I know where I put it. Perfect. All right. So, okay, let me see if I can stop. Here we go. So this is hold on. It is we are here. Currently, we are all in the entryway, which somehow and for some reason I have turned into a massive library because, as I said, I am a library fiend. And so you all, while you were commenting and talking amongst yourselves, you were in this space. You were handed an appropriate beverage for your enjoyment, and thank you so much for your patience and your time. So now we go to the next location, as this evening is more of a a special time to kind of celebrate that we're moving through the month into the new year, into the second month of the year. Um, Congratulations to everyone. Very, very happy that you all have survived. Okay, so hello. All right, so I'm going to stop and look at your comments for a second. And yes, so I have a schedule of the night's events, and we'll kind of get into that as well as I go through this. Okay. So I see here some lovely comments. So I'm going to scroll up. Okay. So, of course, that was really sweet. Jason and Gina saying, "Look forward to this." I'm glad this is something to look forward to. That is the goal, the point, the agenda, etc. Um, Dory Wiley. I don't know that I've seen your name before, but if I have, apologies for not immediately recalling. But you say, "I'm here, Ms. Brown. Pleased or blessed evening to you, and thank you. Same to yourself." Sophie Charlotte says, "Greetings, squatties." And we've got Lorna saying hello to people. We've got Sharon also saying hello to everyone. It's nice to see some familiar faces. Um, yeah. Let's see. Do remember that this is a transition we are going through. So that was me earlier. That we're going through as far as content. You'll be seeing on the official Lauren Brown channel, official Lauren Brown content. I am not, associated directly with the royal family, and as a result, it just makes more sense to work on my own business, my own things as well. I just, as was stated and discussed, it's not always so easy to pay attention to who is being bullied and who is, you know, not and whatnot. So we celebrate and, of course, send all of our best wishes to um, the individuals that we fan for. But I hope that as you spend time here in this beautiful neighborhood that is the official Lauren Brown channel, you'll come to enjoy the neighborhood. All right, let's keep going. Let's see. Um, let's see. Okay, so you all, I love this though, because it means that in the parlor, you all were like gabbing. I'm seeing that, you had Doris Johnson was popping up. You were having great conversation with Sharon. I love this. I love seeing everybody greeting everyone and having their like chit chat. And I think that's what the neighborhood's about. So please do know that amongst yourselves, I love squad talk. It's just not necessarily what you'll see from me, but again, you're in the lobby, you are enjoying your beverage. It is what it is. Okay, hello, Ace. Nice to see you. Rodney Jackson says hello to everyone. Um, and I do agree, as a Jamaican, as a diasporan, I do plan on seeing the film. So that will be my one concession to the night as well. That skirt dress was giving Audrey Hepburn. That's all I'm going to say. Moving on. Okay, let's see. Okay. So yes, we're on to dinner time and it's going to be quite fun. Um, and oh, hi, J Matt. Hello, welcome to the neighborhood. Welcome to the evening. We've moved from the parlor into the dining hall. And there are names and places, so you shouldn't feel too awkward finding a seat. But if you want to switch the name cards, I'm totally fine. We're not, totally micromanagey like that. Okay. Hi, VS Speaks Royally. Nice to see you. Glad to have you. Hello. Lakivia, hello. Uh, if you haven't seen me in ages, then just be sure to go back and check the last 3 lives that we have done here on the channel as well. Make sure you have your notifications, and this is for everyone, turned on, not just for YouTube, but also on your phone. If you've muted certain notifications that you get in general, the ones that are for YouTube will also be muted. So just double check in your phone settings and your device settings in general. Okay. Hey, Freedom Earners TV. Thank you so much for being a member of the channel, for joining the neighborhood, for joining official Lauren Brown's neighborhood. It means a lot. And so, hello. And you say, peace and love, family. Hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. I agree. I hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. Peace and love to you. And again, thank you for being a member. Super happy to have you. Thank you. Okay. Madame Truffaut says, Ciao, Bella. Hi. Ciao, Bella. How are you? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Hello, Legs. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay, so I think it's beautiful. I don't know what the it is, but I'm glad when anyone can find something beautiful and joyous to celebrate. And I do think you might be referring to the One Love movie. And yes, very, very proud that it was such a blast of a premiere. Okay, let's see. Lorna asks the question, has anyone heard of dry February? How can February be dry when you have Valentine's Day? I guess Martinelli's, Sparkling Cadem. I don't know. Um, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, let's see. And by the way, tonight's going to be a fun one. So, similar to how the music episode gave us all a lot to discuss, I think this one should also do the same. And my intention is to not run over long because I am aware that it is a Thursday night. So I don't know why I'm yelling. Let me switch ears. Oh my gosh, let me switch ears. I always hear myself better when this ear is out. So let's see. Let's see. All right. Oh, okay. There we go. That's way better. Awesome. Thank you all. Okay. Lakivia, you say that you are going to see the movie. You can't wait until it comes out. Moi non plus. Like, I can't either. I am so excited. Um, and hi. Hello, Gina. Nice to see you. Glad you're here. Madame Truffaut says, it's 3:13 a.m. in Italia. I am planning your gardens for spring. Oh my goodness. So, buongiorno, like you're good morning to you. Okay. Wow. And thank you for tuning in. I hope that we are great company as you plan and in your early hours. Okay. I love that. I love that the neighborhood can keep you company. So, Reba Henderson, you say, hello, Lauren and fam, cooking and listening, stuffed bell peppers. Well, can you save me some? I might want a little, I might feel a little peckish after the meal purely due to the socializing. Um, by the way, is anyone else like that? Do you eat after a party because you spent so much energy at the party, even though you ate? I'm like that, especially if I'm hosting because you're usually running around. Okay. Janet Lavalley says, hi, everyone. And with that, I think we can go to the, yeah, we can start the night's events. So we are going to, okay, all right, perfect. All right, so as we know, this is the neighborhood hangout and chat, and you might be seeing something a little different on the screen. So just above me, I don't know which side, but I know it is above me. You will be seeing a QR code, and that is to the link for joining the channel. So if you are not able to, let's say, uh, scan the code at the moment, feel free to screenshot, and then when you're ready, you're able, etc. But yeah, of course, the link is also official Lauren Brown. Oh, youtube.com slash at official Lauren Brown slash join. So simple as that. All right. So, oh, this is going to be exciting. So we're going to start off with some fun stuff. So basically, what happened is I got into the QR code cookie jar and I went ham, and cheese, and bread and some butter. Basically, I went croque monsieur, and or monsieur, and made made these QR codes for all of you. So the intention is, again, I just want to make it as easy as possible for people who want to support, and also for people who want to share, because you can literally screenshot this and then send it to your friends and your family and your contacts. And like I said, word of mouth, online, post, share. I care, but you know what I mean. So of course, first we have the YouTube QR code, and that's for joining it. And please do remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Yay, we said that one. In the middle, you'll actually see that is to the official Lauren Brown, or to my IG page. So that's Instagram. And yeah, things are changing and evolving, and you'll be seeing that. And I hope that you will want to join me on the journey. And yeah, we're evolving. It's an ever evolving thing. And as you see my content change, you'll see my content change, and you'll see my content change. So I do think, don't miss out. Uh, Definitely follow me. If you yourself do not use Instagram, please share this with someone you know who does. Share this with a niece, a nephew, a cousin, auntie, uncle, whomever. You're a person who has the phone like this and is scrolling. The endless scroller is my bestie. I love them. We get along. So feel free to share it with them, but also please join the neighborhood that way. And lastly, the third that is TikTok. So again, similarly, right now you might see one thing, but you definitely want to be open and aware for that. So let me show quickly, if I may. Yes. So just another quick kind of example for for everyone. Like, this is Instagram. This is the Instagram feed. This is where we're starting. This is not where we're staying. So I really want to bring you on the journey with me. I think it would be super fun. And so you also have the QR code. And then next to that, as I said, my Twitter is different. I'm real Lauren Brown on, or X, whatever. I'm real Lauren Brown on X. So again, screenshot, save it for later, or just right now, scan the QR code. But yeah, we're here. And as you can see, I like to explore different things. You might find me trying to go somewhere, trying to see something, exploring, and I'll take you on my deep dives and just into my world. Because trust me, my world is not just the seat of a couch. So yeah, I thank you all for that. I think, I've hammered that point home. Screenshot, follow. It means a lot to me. And I'm extremely grateful for the support. Everyone who joins the neighborhood is another member of our tribe, and the more that you connect to me and communicate with me, and the more I see you, the more I can understand about us, about what we like. And I have all these brilliant ideas, and I want to share them with you and take you along, so I'll know where you are, and you know where to find me. Okay, so next slide. The big question: how has your Thursday been? This is what the neighborhood wants to know, not just myself. Please do comment. Tell me, how has it been? So describe your day. Was there anything interesting, odd, strange, new, funny, boring, and why or why not? And I will also tell you a bit about mine. But I'm going to give you some time so you can think about it, do a little reflection, and yeah, okay. Oh, I forgot I was on mute. All I was saying is I see you commenting, and I love that. I love the details, so don't worry about being long-winded. I understand. Okay, that was a pretty easy one. So I don't imagine the comments are going to be too complicated or too complex. And if they are, wow. So let's see. Um, Okay, so Madame Truffaut, I don't know if this was from the question or something you posted earlier, but you said you were listening to singer Mylène, who passed yesterday, loved her song Lay Down Candles with Edward Hawkins, Hawkin singers. I'm assuming singers is either his last name or you're informing us that they were both singers. It's a classic. I'll have to look that up. That sounds both interesting and tragic. So rest in peace and, you know, positive thoughts to their loved ones. Lakivia, what a beautiful message. So you say your day was a blessing and happy, and you send roses and thanks and a heart, which is awesome. It's awesome that you had a great day, and I'm so glad to be a part of your evening. Okay. Ooh, Alan, you say my day was quiet and peaceful. That's good. That's good to know. Thank you for watching. Ace, you say you're not into January in any year. Well, given that it's my birthday month, I vehemently disagree with you, but I also respect your right to your perspective. And also, why? Why do you not like January? Is it the cold? Is it just that it's a start and new things are intimidating? Yeah, share with me. I'd like to know. Okay. People are just saying hello to Alan here as well. I love that. B. Thomas, you say boring day at work today. Oh, yeah. They all can't be exciting thrillers, can they? Um, and Black Queen, I think you surmised kind of what I did, which is that Ace might not be into winter at any point in time, which fair enough. Okay. I like the hustle vibe here. Jason and Gina says, another day, another dollar. I love it. I love it. Gingerbread. Oh, interesting. So your day, what you say, my day was active, walked almost 5 miles. Excellent for you. Did some errands, got your haircut, and listened to a song Viola. Or are you saying voila? It was a good day. Sounds like a good day. It sounds like you kind of did self-care and maintenance and love that. Love that. That's awesome. Great day for you. Ooh, Madame Truffaut, you say that your birthday is Tuesday. Well, joyeux anniversaire and happy birthday to you. And I know that we've had some back and forths in the DMs on IG. Thank you for following me on Instagram. I do appreciate that. And I know that you're going to enjoy getting to see the new content and also, where exactly in the world Carmen San Diego is hiding with this sofa. I look forward to that because you have great taste. Um, And yeah, happy future birthday. Because you're saying is Tuesday, so I'm assuming it's coming up. Okay, Lorna says, I woke up this morning and noticed that some of your plants are still green, which is unusual for Ontario, Canada. So these are outdoor plants or indoor plants? Well, that's awesome. That means that they're still able to use their um, chloroplasts and produce whatever energy they need. And you guys are still going to laugh when I'm talking about botany stuff right now and you see what's coming up because, oh my goodness. I learned things though afterwards, I promise. But yeah, so are they indoor or outdoor plants? And are they flowering plants or just, leafy plants? Yeah, inquiring minds want to know. Okay. So Marshar says, and if you do see any kind of fluttering, I don't know, sometimes the comments flicker on StreamYard. I don't know that that has anything to do with myself. As my connection is, let's see, let's make sure I'm on 5G. Hold on one second. Yeah, I'm on 5G. All right. Marshar says, my day was, I'm assuming, quiet. I'm still putting away Christmas decorations. Oh no. But your Christmas tree is still up. Why? Your life is filled with roller coasters. That's fair. And you know, your Christmas tree might still be up because it wants to be a Valentine's tree. So just get a bunch of red and pink construction paper, cut out some hearts, and you know, tie some ribbons on, and make yourself a Valentine's Day tree, and write yourself love notes, and write love notes for everybody in your household if that's the case. And yeah, people can read it, and you can just get a nice word or two, or make everyone write one for each other. That would be a fun way to use the tree. And given that they're made of paper, you're not having to deal with heavy ornaments or glass or anything breaking. So that's one way to kind of make what didn't work. Not that you asked me for a suggestion, but I'm offering it anyway. Okay. So Sharon Augustine says, give thanks for this day and for everyone. I had a blessed day at work and relaxing listening to you. I'm so glad to be part of your relaxation. You have no idea. Okay. So we've got J Matt just reaching out and sending love. Yeah, prego. um, So Black Queen also sending wonderful hearts, and I believe those are flowers. Yay! Are they hibiscus? Because that would be very on theme for Jamaica, wouldn't it? Oh, okay. Thank you for the answer. You say outdoor plants. Okay, cool. Okay, Madam Truffaut, you say the 30th. Okay, so very close, and you'll be 59. Ooh, right on that cusp. Congratulations! Exciting. Let's see. I kicked myself out by a swipe. I need to totally change the, tracking, um, the definition. There are whew, there are, let's see, 54 people. Let's make sure we have at least, at minimum, 54 likes on the video, right now live. Oh my gosh, when I think about it, hosting 54 people for dinner, thank you so much. I was hoping for a big banquet. Mwah, mwah. Love all of you. Thank you so much. And no, when I can see the number, don't worry, I can't see you if you're nervous. Um, Yes, just follow Jason and Gina. Friendly reminder, please like the video and help with the algorithm there. And do leave comments while you're in the live chat. Leave a comment or two in the actual comments, just letting people know this is a fun video and you've enjoyed it if you're enjoying it. Not trying to lead you, uh, just to make sure on all fronts, you know, we're like firing. And definitely, you know, follow that thumbs up indicator. Thank you, Jason and Gina. Thank you to my moderators. I appreciate all of you. We've got such great moderators here in the neighborhood. They are thoughtful, they are present, they greet everyone they meet. And you know, I want to be able to upgrade certain moderators to a higher standard, just as you've been so helpful, and I think it's more than warranted. In order to do that, I do need contact info. So please do email me via the channel email with like a phone number and your actual just email contact. I don't need an address or anything like that. I just need to be able to communicate with you outside of YouTube to ensure that this goes smoothly, as you would be getting permissions and access. All right. So yeah, thanks to my moderators for being awesome. Um, Thank you, Sharon Augustine, for the likes and the thumbs up. There's a little heart, I feel like everyone discovers it for the first time at some point, but there is a little heart next to, or reactions next to uh, the comment section if you're in the live chat, and you can click on that and it becomes a pop-up menu and you can react. So if you like something that's been going on, then that's a great way to essentially you know get everybody uh, sharing their responses. And of course, right now we're talking about just how was your day, how did it go, you know um so, yes, you are Joyce Anderson. Hello. You say, I am still enjoying my poinsettias. They are beautiful, aren't they? It's interesting because they have white ones, they have red ones, and I don't know if it's due to like change in soil acidity, that they can kind of manipulate the colors, or if they might crossbreed or you know what I'm saying, to get different colors. But I love that. Um, Lorna, you say, I'm stocking up on chicken wings now for the Super Bowl. Okay, okay. Wait, I have to ask this question. Are you talking about the chicken wings from M&M? You know, the ones that, like, that store. It's like, I think the colors are brown and orange, if I remember correctly, because we are talking about Canada here, everyone. And if Lorna is out here stocking up on chicken wings, I just want you to know that the chicken wings from, I believe the chain is called M&M, and basically it's a frozen food, essentially the frozen food aisle of our grocery stores in the U.S., but like the whole store, kind of. And I when I would stay with my Canadian family, of which there is a lot. I have a lot of cousins, y'all. Hi, cuz. Hi, cousins. I'm sure you guys are either watching now or in post. Um, but yeah, I would go in on some M&M wings. Those things are oddly addicting. They're so delicious. And I think it helps too that maybe they don't do as much um, homogenization. I'm not sure what the right term would be for mass-produced poultry, but yeah, let me know. Is that the one? Because if so, I'm coming over for the Super Bowl. I'm coming up. I'll brave the slightly more chill temperatures. Lakivia is just sending love to the world and lots of like beautiful like hellos and waves. I love that. Good energy. Okay, let's see. So there's some new comments. Thank you, Freedom Earners TV, member of this channel, joiner of this channel. You say don't forget to hit the like, and with a great appreciation. And I agree with you. I appreciate it. It all helps so much. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. But again, thank you for being a member. Okay, so we have here. Ooh, all right. So I do not know. There's a comment here about Indonesia. I do not understand what it's saying. Um, if you could potentially either translate, or if the moderators could find out what that is for me, that would be very, very wonderful. Okay. So Black Queen, that comment is for J Matt. But I also think it's a really cool response to what you've been up to. So Black Queen, one of our wonderful moderators, thank you so much, is saying that you're talking to J Matt about something, and you said you just started up your workout routine. You did Zumba this morning, go you, and weights, go you, and yeah, this evening, and you feel great. I love that. I love that. Congrats. Um, Self-care in every way is always great. Positivity. And Lorna's talking about the Super Bowl here, which I'm interested in. You say it has become a second holiday to you, a tradition that you inherited since you lived in the US once. Isn't that the best part about travel? about seeing the world, about meeting people. Sometimes even just meeting people from all over. Sometimes we choose to adopt a new holiday or a new habit. I know for me, um, I definitely like to eat my salads post meal, just to like keep to help move everything. And that is, I don't mean it in that way actually, but it just is like a palate cleanser. And that came from my time in Nantes, and as well also like cutting bread with a bread knife being like a near religious requirement for me. And I'm talking about those big serrated knives that like just go through a nice loaf and you just hear the crunch and then the of the release from that warm bread. Okay, I'm going too hard on this. Clearly, I'm ready for the first serving of dinner. I hope everyone is comfortable and seated because we do have the wonderful members of our staff whom we thank and greatly appreciate and who will be getting tipped this eve. So please do not feel in any way that a request is inappropriate. If you need a napkin or a fork, they are being compensated because we value their efforts. All right, so they are coming around with our kind of first servings, just things amuse-bouche, and yeah. But then the rest of this dinner and this eve is more of a buffet style banquet. So there will be, you know, a series of silver platters, frankly, at intervals along the massive table, and don't feel weird or in any way rude for reaching out. I feel like too the activity kind of helps people feel a little bit more conversational because they're not just kind of stuck with their elbows to their sides. Someone's like, "Oh, can you get me, I'd like a little extra pasta, please." "Oh, sure." It kind of increases that neighborhood feel. So I didn't do a potluck today, although I did request, and this is in advance, so I understand, and there's time. Jason and Gina, your rum cake for an upcoming event. I do request it. The virtual rum cake. Thank you. Um, okay. But yes, Lorna, those things that we adopt, really fun. Okay. Madame Truffaut says, after the pandemic, plants and garden furniture are so expensive, so you spent the day going to different stores comparing prices. Yes. I don't know that I was as into plants personally prior to the pandemic. I liked obviously flowers and bouquets and arranging, but I wasn't as I think really into the kind of like trees. Um, Funny enough, my mother has kind of always been into some form of plant life, meaning specifically botanically, ivy, hanging vines, and when one of the cool memories that I have, and I think in many a visitor to the home, when I was maybe in elementary school, we had these two like pots of vines that would overhang the balcony, the mezzanine, the balcony of the second floor balcony. And they actually went all the way down to the floor and pooled onto the first floor. It was the most beautiful thing to just walk in and see these massively long vines. And so she would "Mom, when you do eventually see this, I cannot remember if you clipped slightly and then buried, or if you actually just took the leaf and like soiled it, and it just kind of grew again. So you thickened it, and then you had these like really amazing vines growing down from the like the floor above all the way down, and it was gorgeous. I loved it. And I remember I wanted to like Tarzan style swing on it, but of course they're so small, you're not going to do that. And I knew back then not to do that. But we did end up swinging from the ceiling, and we found a way to do that. But that's a story for another time. Thank you, Freedom Earners TV, my channel member. Awesome. Thank you for reminding everyone to hit that like button. Okay. Lakivia agrees. The Super Bowl will be awesome along with all the good food. Nice. Black Queen says something to TMCD. That's not for me. Gingerbread. My two. Cleaning keeps you moving when you're not working. Yes, actually, and it's a great way to start motivating if you have a large list of things to do. Just decluttering and organizing can kind of get your the engine going. There you go. Black Queen agrees. The endorphins off of that are richer. Yeah, you get something out of it. It's good. Are you currently T McD at the gym? Or are you just saying in general at the gym you do the treadmill, cycling, and rowing? You know, I've been really interested in rowing specifically because I like the like way that it essentially works your legs first and then you kind of have to pull the bar back. Question, do you do a mechanical magnetic roller or are you with a water roller like that actually has the like that sloshing sound? They're both cool. So let me know which one you like. Okay. Lorna says the chicken wings from M&M are good, but yours are better. Ooh, you're making hot buffalo, honey Dijon, plain fried, of course, and gochujang. Yes. Sorry if I just like murdered the mic, but oh my gosh, Korean wings, slay me. Oh my goodness. Yes. I've gone to many a Korean restaurant and just been like, please can I have some wings? Thank you very much. I'll take that with a side of kimchi. I just need all the tang and the crunch right now. Um, awesome. Awesome. Like I said, pack some up and send some down. I'm here for it. Um, let's see. Um, T McD, you love your jerk wings. I understand. There is, of course, chicken on the menu this eve. Okay, I think we can. Okay, and it's a mechanical rowing machine. Thank you for responding to that. I think we can move into the next one. All right, so a number of you have kind of answered this, but working out is one thing. But what do you do to unwind off the clock? So this is after work. This is when you just wanna chill, breathe, and just relax. And, there's no such thing as, a boring answer. The point is to be relaxed. All right. So I'll give you all, a few moments to answer that one. Okay. Jason and Gina, you're trying to get my channel turned into something dangerous here. I don't know. You're trying to cause some chaos, huh? No, it's all good. Okay, all right. So via speaks, you say you listen to multiple lives of replays while enjoying. Now, I might say this wrong. Wudodu and or playing Ms. Pac-Man. Nice. Yeah. A classic game. And I think sometimes, like, honestly, listening to lives, part of what's so fun about them is that they create this, like I said, a sense of being present with people, without actually necessarily having to invite a whole bunch of people, right after you're done with the workday. And I know, um, for me, as you could probably guess, there's music. I'm definitely a movie watcher. I love to see something fun or informative or uh, funny. Um, and sometimes even an action film, but usually an action comedy if I want to relax, not a like dramatic or thrilling action. Something that's just going to lighten my energy, I think. Um, let's see. Sharon, you say when I get home, you say when I get home, I give thanks for the day, and then I light candles and play music. We love candles. The way that the light flickers is really soothing as well. It's a great way to just kind of zone out, relax. And I do know that some people use it to meditate, and not necessarily in a specifically religious way, just as a way of kind of calming the mind waves, the brain waves, and just kind of clearing what you think about. Like when we take a deep breath in and then we release it out. Sometimes looking at the flicker of a flame can be similarly relaxing. So I love that you light candles, and I hear you when it comes to playing music. And I can tell you, in uni days, that was how I got through studying finals. For finals, at times when I was done being in the stacks at the library, I would just light a candle. Excuse me, I'd light a candle and I would eat macaroons. That's what I would do. I'd light a candle and I'd eat some macaroons, or macaron, depending on. Uh, okay, so Jason and Gina, they have their own unique way of relaxing, and so after work they hee hee ha ha. Oh, and you're just like, oh, am I joking? Am I not? You're a ball of laughs, Jason and Gina. Thank you so much for bringing the humor. We appreciate it. All right, Madame Truffaut, you say you love going to day spas. Ooh, yeah, Italy has some wonderful ones. I have heard, and I'm interested in exploring. So, any information you can share on that, I'd love to know more. And I also wonder if it comes from the history of like the baths and stuff that you had in like the more ancient Italy. Okay, so as you were saying, Italy has some wonderful ones, or hanging out in a cafe and people watching in Milan or Cremona. Um, what do you order at the cafe? Are you getting a cappuccino? Are you doing an espresso? Like, what are you doing? Because I imagine once it's the evening, it's probably not those high energy caffeinated drinks. Yeah. So what are you getting? Is it a glass of vino, vin, as they say, du vin in French. Um, so yeah, and okay, let's see. So you said, "Oops, Wudoku." So are you saying VS speaks Sudoku, like the puzzles? The it's got like I can't remember how many squares. I think it's 3 units of nine, like, and then like nine square down. And are you talking about Sudoku? Um, and I had a classmate in high school who was playing Sudoku all the time. Always had a book with them, and it was hilarious because they're in math class playing the puzzle game because they finished the assignment, or like the lesson, the trial example for all of us to like learn and practice the skill or what we were being taught. And so she would be playing these math puzzles. And if she's watching, hello, I know you know that I'm talking about you because you're like everyone knew you for this. But I do think she actually got more people into it just because she was always playing it. And I actually loved. Um, I always find it exciting when people have things they're passionate about, even if they're not generally shared. So, yeah, is that what you mean, or is Hudoku something like a different version of it, or am I just completely misunderstanding you, which is entirely possible? So let me know. Thank you. Hey, oh, okay. Hi, Gina. Hey, thank you. You say I'm still here taking care of your grandson. Love that. Hello to your grandson. And he's like an honorary neighborhood member. And I hope you two are having a peaceful evening. And yeah. So Gingerbread says that they listen to music, read, and listen to all of you and Baron while you relax. Yeah. I gotta say, Baron has kept many of us company in the evening, and it's fantastic. Okay, let's see. Thank you for your comment, Gingerbread. Mara Shar says, to be relaxed, I listen to light jazz or music that is instrumental only. I hear that. There are times when you just want to be quiet and not talk to anyone. I feel the soul needs time to rejuvenate in silence. Once again, poetically said. Nice. I don't want to snap too loud, the mic right there. But that's awesome. Okay. Lorna says that they listen to a good book or a meditation on Audible. Listen. Okay, so for all of you who like to read, if you're into action adventure, I'm just going to let you know that, my book series, Rafe and Rose, that series is in the description. So don't sleep on it. It's on Kindle. And the audiobook is something that, as I like to say, is in process. But I love Lorna that you talk about here. A good audiobook or meditation, because there was a time when I was doing the same as well, as far as just when your eyes do get a little tired, sometimes you just want to be able to hear, right? And being audibly brought into a new world, and having really beautiful prose, elegant descriptions, meeting new characters. There's so much about storytelling that I think is literally magical. And of course, my literal is still metaphorical, but in the sense of it feels magical. So there's nothing like a really well-produced audiobook. And I think that's always, you can enjoy it at any age, and any group. Audiobooks were audio on tape, or audio on CD, or books on tape, books on CD. And now it's books via Audible, or wherever you find your audiobooks. And so I'm curious, what titles are you reading, and in what genre? Are you fiction, nonfiction? And if you are nonfiction, is it biographies, autobiographies? Is it like manuals, like how-tos, just to kind of not be too exciting or interesting? Or are you into fiction? And in that case, are you doing thrillers, mysteries, fantasies, just, day in the life, day-to-day drama, or romance? I think all genres are interesting. So please do comment your preferred audiobook and evening listen. And you say meditation on Audible. Do you also listen to them on YouTube? And that question isn't just for Lorna, that's for everyone. What books are you reading? And, if you are listening to meditations, where do you find them? Are you on YouTube? Are you on Audible? Are you listening on Spotify? Are you listening on Apple Podcasts? Like, where are you finding the sounds that you soothe your mind to in the evenings? And then also that you wake your mind up to in the mornings and any other time of day. Where is that happening? Thank you, Lorna. Gina wants to clarify that it is Jason, not her, for I'm assuming whatever after after work activity that we will not discuss. But T McD says you do a lot of spas. You love the spas. That's awesome. I really want to also go to, what's it called? New York City. It's just basically this giant, like, moody bathhouse, and they've shot like a bunch of films there. And I remember they shot John Wick there, not maybe literally as far as the character, but I actually mean they like filmed bits of that movie, not show, but that movie there. Um, and I cannot remember. Big pools, lots of brick, candles, and they have a wine vat. And it just seems indulgent and fun, and I definitely want to go. I cannot remember the name. Oh my gosh. If I remember the name or if someone remembers the name, comment. And I don't want to do another 3 a.m. Foxy Brown comment. I want to know sooner. All right. So Ace, you say you relax with some Jerry Rafferty, or is it Gary Rafferty music? Well, I do not know. I'm not familiar, but very cool. V Thomas, you say word capes, which I'm assuming is like a word game. Is it like a crossword puzzle? Is it like the man that hangs? Just trying to be subtle about the name. So you read and you listen to your favorite soft jazz music. Awesome. So there's some jazz lovers in here. I like that. And also to you, V Thomas, what do you read? What genres, what type, and also what titles and what authors? I'd love to know, because we could have a whole book discussion. I love this stuff, truly. If it isn't clear by the books in the description that you can currently purchase right now on Amazon. From me, Rafe and Rose. World on Fire and The Death Letter. That's book number 2 and book 1, respectively. Well, thank you, V. Thomas. All right, so T. McD says you love Sudoku. Awesome. Okay, so VS Speaks gives me a little clarification here, and I love that. You say it's called Woodoku, maybe a sister or knockoff app of the one you mentioned. Or is it made of wood? It might be that they actually have like a nice skin over the tiles that looks like wood, so that could actually be a play on the name that way. Lorna says, you never understood or never got Sudoku. You find it confusing. It's essentially, it's a puzzle, right? And I'm not going to be able to explain it very well, though I do know how to play it and I have enjoyed it. But you're essentially trying to complete a row by, I know it, but I can't do both right now. I can't figure that part out and do this at the same time, just because I'm holding like 4 thoughts in my head right now. But what I can tell you is that there are some very, very good tutorials and like explainers on YouTube and just in general search. So if you're ever actually interested and you do like number games, then there is a way in, and it's never too late to try something new. You don't know what you'll like. You might discover it. But, thank you for, I think, the vulnerability of being able to say, like, something confuses you. I think, we all have moments where we're learning something for the first time or not aware of how something works. And I think brave people can say, I don't know, or I'm still learning, or I'm not sure, or I'm confused. I think it's braver to admit what you don't know than to pretend you know. Additionally, if you can actually be comfortable admitting what you don't know, you create so much opportunity, because people either realize, hey, wait, I know this, or by clarifying for yourself what you do and do not understand, you also now know, I need to look this up. This is a priority for me. So I think that's one of the great parts of learning, of like being comfortable in the process of learning and admitting you do or do not know something. And I'm going to do something really corny right now. So I'm just braiding my hair down because I want to be able to hook my earpiece into the braid so it doesn't keep dragging it out. Yeah, I don't know. Ingenuity, using what you got. Okay. So I'm going to read, and we'll go to the next slide. Okay. Gingerbread, I did see your comment there. Madame Truffaut says, great spas in Tuscany and Parma. First of all, are you watching Danilo Romolini? Like, I watch so many of his tours because I'm partially also a real estate fanatic in Tuscany. The and it's the land of, yes, wonderful. I can imagine there are great spas there. And also, Madame Truffaut says, also there are lots of great ones in hotels in Milan. That makes sense. I feel like Milan, because of it being such a hub of luxury for Europe and the world, they've really like focused on that. And I love that. Thank you for your comment. Gingerbread says, you do try to meditate. You say, I try to meditate, but your mind is not quiet. I know some people talk about running being a moving meditation. And I know that it kind of does that for me. And obviously, this is not medical advice. This is just me chatting with you on my opinion. And you have to do what works for you. But sometimes an activity or even just reading a boring book. And when I say boring, I just mean maybe you read it already. Something that's not, going to charge you up can actually help to quiet the mind. Sometimes we need to be active to actually be calm, get out of our head and do something physical in our body. And maybe the meditation for you is too heady for the moment. And maybe after a while of, doing something physical or dancing, or I know I have some family who they have like water fountains that they'll turn on. And that goes across price range, so nobody judge what I just said. But just hearing the water flow can also be quite soothing and help. Okay, so thank you for your comment, Gingerbread. T. McD, thank you for spending your time with us. And one of the members of staff will get your unfinished meal to go for you. So thank you to them and have a great evening. Thank you for spending time with us. You also, Gingerbread, you mentioned that you are listening to Bob Marley and you like pianos and other instruments. So there's an instrumentation joy happening here. I think that's really cool. And to round this question up and move on to the next, you say, Madame Truffaut says, I just picked up a copy of a book called The Man He Became, How FDR Defied Polio to Win the Presidency by James Tabin. FDR is cool stuff, and that actually sounds massively interesting. Yeah, I'll probably be finding that book too. Thank you for the suggestion. All right, moving on. So this one is a little bit more intricate. Name the last new skill you learned and describe your experience learning it. So I'm gonna give you all a few moments to, get into that, and then I'll read what you have to say. And then maybe if I can remember it, I'll give you mine as well. Night, J. Matt. Thank you so much for hanging with us. And remember, a new skill doesn't have to be anything big. Maybe you discovered how to more clearly write, use clear handwriting. Maybe you, uncovered a new tab in Excel. Maybe it doesn't have to be anything wow, but just what's kind of grabbed you and you realize, oh, I did not know that before and I've learned something. So I'm not seeing too much action on this question. And perhaps it takes a bit more time and thought. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let everyone kind of stew on that one, chew on that one. And again, yeah, comment as it comes to you, because everyone's brain does not work at the same speed post work. But what I'll tell you is this: I'm going to give you my skills that I learned, because I actually learned quite a bit. One, as you can see, the obsession with generating QR codes, which is so silly because that's something that I've been aware of for a very long time. But just doing it for my own personal stuff, I feel like it feels like a whole new discovery. As well, I've also learned how to better arrange florals. That's cool. I've also learned that you definitely need to have certain instruments to do a better job. I learned that. So I both learned what to and what to do and what not to do. And I think that's like the best part of, I think, the learning experience. It's all sides, right? You grow roundedly, not just in one direction. What else have I learned? This is a thing I've learned, and it might actually be, I'm just going to make this a little bigger here so that you can see me without me being too tiny in the screen, just for now. Okay. So one, I've learned that I know a whole lot more than I thought I did on a number of topics. And I say that humbly, but also I don't care if it sounds like it's not humble. I've learned the importance of owning your skill sets. And by owning it, I do mean not apologizing for it, being quite comfortable expressing, yes, I am capable of that. Yes, I can do that. I think two things: it's great to know it, and I think it's great for your own mind to hear you saying it, right? And yeah, so I've learned that I know a lot more than I did or thought I did, and also that so much as an ever-evolving human who happens to exist in this, form, this body, as my pronouns are she and her. I also understand how much more beyond powerful, because I always knew that I had some level of power and influence. That's just a beautiful gift I think I had as a kid. And I think some people in my life who fed into me for that. Hey, aunties and uncles and teachers. But I think learning that it's okay if someone's intimidated, the skill of owning what you're good at and being able to communicate that. I think that's a skill that I've had, but not necessarily allowed myself to embody as comfortably or as casually. So, so that's kind of I think that's a skill, because I think advocating for yourself, when we say advocates, we talk about lawyers, right? What they're doing is a skill. I think advocating for yourself, to yourself sometimes even, is a skill. So that's one I know I've learned, and the experience is empowering. And I hope that everyone has that wonderful experience. I see a cute one here. Let's see this one here. So Gingerbread says, you're learning to drive, and so far, thumbs up, is being able to move without depending on someone. Congrats, Gingerbread. That is awesome. Please, neighborhood, give a clap and thumbs up for Gingerbread, because that's brilliant. Gaining your independence, being able to do what you need to do without having to depend on someone is, I think, for so many people, a massive shift forward in life, and it should be celebrated. And in the neighborhood, we do honor and celebrate that. So congrats. And if like golf claps, at least for me, because I like the mic is right there. But if this was not there, I'd be giving you one of those massive claps and cheering you on because like go you, go you. And for people who might not understand why that's a big deal, everyone is not comfortable driving. One, you're dealing with motion versus frame of reference versus you controlling something much larger than you. But when you get the small skills down over time, it all builds on top of itself until you have this casual, let me go about whatever I'm, needing to do. So congratulations for you and many wonderful drives and road trips to you. That's awesome. Right. Go ahead, gingerbread. All right. A says peace all, peace and love. Go in peace. And I like that you wrote heart, joy, and more. More. I love that. V. Thomas says, join the Health and Safety Committee at work. Don't know if this is considered a skill, but you're learning to detect protection hazards in the workplace, i.e. in the office. Interesting. Okay, V. Thomas, if you are comfortable, can I ask what you do? Since you're saying health and safety, are you in dealing in fire safety? Are you dealing in chemical safety? Are you in, like exactly how does that apply? But I think it counts as multiple skills because one, you're going to have to learn what the hazards are. You're going to have to learn what the indications of their presence are, I'm assuming. Correct me if I'm wrong. Comment if I'm right. Let me know either way. And also, you're basically, you're going to have to learn all of those skills and then be able to communicate them to whoever is, I guess whoever this commission or your committee is being hired by, right? So congrats to you on this new committee and well done on joining it. We believe in a neighborhood where everybody is participatory and supportive. So kudos. And I love that. That's a series of skills. You can count that a bunch. Lorna says, I learned to slow down and relax. Excellent. Again, golf claps. That's awesome. It can be, life can have you in a little bit of a hamster wheel. It can be very easy to forget to focus on doing less. And sometimes doing less is actually how you accelerate and do more. Was it Abraham Lincoln that I read somewhere, or was that like a rumor, like a historical bit of gossip? But that if he knew he had something big to do, I think it was Abraham Lincoln, that he would take a day off prior to going into whatever that project was. I believe that was him. If I'm wrong, please, someone historically versed, let me know in the comments. But essentially, that time off is repair time. It's like time to gather yourself and know yourself so that you can move forward in confidence and power and peace, right? B. Thomas is giving lots of claps and thumbs up, and I'm sure it's for everyone here. And also a reminder to put thumbs up and like this video if you haven't already, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. The neighborhood welcomes you. And yes, agreed. It's important work, what you're doing. V. Thomas, you put in potential hazards. I'm guessing that's because some stuff might just, what is it, like piles of paperwork that are in front of a door or something? Or are you talking more legal hazards, like you need to watch your back, see why behind? Okay. All right, so these are some cool stuff. All right, let's go to the next one, and I will adjust the size of my face, my visage, real quick. So this kind of ties in, right? List 3 interesting things you learned about yourself in the last 12 months, and it doesn't have to be work related. So I can give everyone a moment, and in that time, I will also think the same and respond. So, listen, the neighborhood's just getting to know each other. Also, I think I do need to point out that we are, um, everyone is enjoying their entrees, the options. There is a fish option, meat, so chicken. There is a poultry option, which is chicken. Um, there was a debate on duck, but we assumed that most people would find it too gamey, so we just said, let's go with chicken. And then as far as the meat, there was the option between steak and lamb. But again, everyone kind of was going back and forth. So you'll have to comment and let me know which of the two you chose. There is also pasta that's entirely vegetarian and very delicious. And we have a lot of chopped greens in there and veggies, and they're delicious. Like, I'm actually thinking of a specific one I had one time that was delicious. So that's the pasta, as well as salad. And as well, there is a tofu option. But the way that we do tofu is more inspired by the family recipe. And by family recipe, I mean Jamaicans like to season their food very, very, very much. So that tofu tastes like all kinds of deliciousness and has been like sitting in that marinade for a minute. So it's delicious. So the vegans and vegetarians among us, I think y'all are having a really good time. All right. Okay. Okay, so I'm seeing, Lorna, you say that before a certain task needs to be done, before a certain task needs to be done in a certain time frame now, you stretch things out and go at a slower pace. That's awesome. So I guess you've learned about yourself, maybe that how much time you take, how much time it takes for you to accomplish or achieve certain things, and therefore you can better space out the workload. I think that's awesome. Um, Gingerbread, you wrote also that you need to slow down. You're always going and going. I think it's really great when you can embrace the vulnerability of like, that you're human. Everyone needs to recharge and come back at things. Yeah. So I think that's great. Ronald, you say, wow, this is really nice, Lauren. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, so I'm going to give my 3 things that I learned about myself in the last 12 months. And of course, in that time, you all can think of what you've learned. And I hope you're also enjoying your meal and your conversation. And desserts are soon going around. So, all right. All right. So 3 things I learned about myself. I would say I learned that I am, as I think said before, I'm much stronger than I thought I was. I know a lot more than I thought I did. I don't care how that sounds. I learned how much freedom you gain from trusting your own instinct as opposed to seeking approval, which we always knew. We all always knew, but I think it's a different thing when you walk that out. That knowing feels different, right? Um, I also, I think I learned about myself that I'm way more of an artist than I like to let myself like believe. And I think that embracing it matters to me, you know, and that having all sides of myself actually makes me way more powerful, way more capable, way more inventive, way more thoughtful. So like those are things that I think create a better Lauren. Um, and again, it's a big part of why I think it's important for so many people to focus not just on what's out there and the news that's out there. It's important to be informed. It's important to do research and make sure that if you are choosing or going with something that you have, real, verified, trustworthy information. And then when you have all of that, it's important to follow your gut. At that point, when you have the knowledge, you follow your gut. Anything else is you listening to the wrong voices, anxiety, blah, 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 blah. And it doesn't do anyone good. So, yeah, stronger than I am, no more than I thought. And that my gut is awesome and I'm an artist as much as I am a minded individual. Nerd. Proudly. Okay, let's see. Okay. Joya Moore, you say, Ms. Official Lauren Brown, I'm still learning the computer at 67 years old. Look, it doesn't matter how old you are. Are you learning it? Then that's all that matters. Each of us is going to learn something that is new or old to somebody else. And when I say old, I'm talking about the object. Like Sudoku is an old game, right? None of us here are old. We are all either seasoned or developing seasoning, and that's it. But I love actually that you are you're learning the computer, and I know in the how to create an AI startup from scratch, that video that I have from a couple of months ago. In the description, I list a series of resources, and if you're looking still, there's I think there are at least two organizations nonprofits that help to teach computer skills to adults. So I think one of them might even be the Adult Computer School or Adult Day School Computers, something. It has the word adult in it, and it's, wow, I don't know if you heard that, but oh my gosh. But yeah, that could be a resource if you're still looking for things. And either way, I think it's really awesome that you're doing it. And you learn the computer, and the next thing you know, you're learning how to code, and the next thing you know, you're learning how to create APIs for AIs. You never know. You never know. You never know where you can go. Vera Wang started Vera Wang at, what was it, 40 something, 41 or 47? What's his name? Indiana Jones. Ooh. What is his name? The gentleman who played Indiana Jones started his career in his 50s. Morgan Freeman, similarly, I believe. So many things, so many reinventions happen at times when you're supposedly supposed to have all of your skills. And I think that that's absolute nonsense. That idea that there's a time when you have all of your skills, there were people who were learning to read in Reconstructionist America at 80 and 90 because they understood the power of information. They understood what knowledge and reading and being able to do math, what that meant for them as human beings and their power. So when I talk about like the skills you learned. I don't care if it's that you learned to tie your shoes. If tying your shoes was difficult for you for the last XYZ years and you learned it in the past 12 months, now imagine like just exponentially increase this cheer, and that is how joyously I am cheering for you. Go you. Go you. Because it's not easy. It's not easy to get through the frustration of learning and putting all that together. It doesn't matter what it is for other people. For you, gaining the skill, excellent. Excellent. Love that. Joy, thank you so much for sharing that. That was beautiful. Ronald, you say you feel like you need to take your time when trying to accomplish different tasks. Absolutely. I hear that. V. Thomas, you say, 1, you learned about yourself that you're more forgiving to others than you thought. That's sweet. 2, that you love your alone time. And 3, that you need to slow down more. I think those are very in tune things to learn about yourself. More forgiving to others than you thought. Did you think you were a curmudgeon who was mad at the universe? Is that what it is? That you love your alone time is why I also make that inference. Where you're like, oh, what does this mean? No, you could be very much in love with your alone time and very much also, valuing people or valuing harmony. And also forgiveness is not really about other people so much as it's about us and, the peace that comes from not carrying things. Like I say, you go, God, that's not my fight. So I hear you, V. Thomas. Congrats. Those are awesome skills. Another golf club. Okay. So, that's my hair tie. Lorna, you say you cut out the non-essential things in the last 12 months. For example, you say, I do more delivery than grocery shopping in person. Your time, gas to get there, and delivery charge is the same as going in person. I'm so glad that you came to that conclusion, because there can be sometimes such a generational divide when it comes to doing deliveries, and it can be seen as like as a millennial. Like, I'm a late mid millennial, and hey Gen Z, and the absolute like judgment that can come from the aunties and uncles when deliveries are happening. Sometimes I'm like, this is criminal, because if you truly understood the peace of mind, and as you say, how much you're spending when you add up gas, the time to get ready, the time to go to the frustrations in the process of dealing with, finding items because they reorganized the store, or if you have, depending on who you run into and whether they're pleasant or not, right? There's so much stuff that you can cut out just by getting delivery. I will say this, that when it comes to picking fruits and produce, I have not found it to be better versus going in person. But for the convenience, it's great. So I'm with you, Lorna. I'm with you. Nubian Queen, hello. Nice to see you. Welcome to the neighborhood. I think I've seen you around, but if I have not, please do like and subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends. We're having a neighborhood chat. This is what we do at OLB, on top of a bunch of other things that you'll be seeing. And yeah, the question right now is, list 3 things about yourself that you've learned in the last 12 months. They don't need to be work related, or they can be, but it's whatever you choose. So yeah, welcome. Thank you, Lorna. Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones. I cannot believe I could not remember Harrison Ford. Because like my brain wanted to say Kevin Costner, and I'm like, they are not the same person. And all right, no. Harrison Ford, Pilar Smith also. Thank you for the information. And I don't know that I've seen your name before, so welcome to the neighborhood. If you're new here, do subscribe, and thank you so much for being here. And make sure to like the video. Um, Joy Armour, you say thank you. Ms. Lauren Brown, you put official in the middle. I love that. And Ms. Lydia, been patient with you too, giving you advice about the. Oh, Miss Lydia Washington has been. Yes. Lydia Washington, another channel moderator, is fantastic. And one thing she is amazing at is patience, on top of many other things. And so I'm so glad to know that you've been in communication and it's been beneficial. Awesome. Madame Truffaut, you say, I learned the power of letting go of grief and negative people. That's a big lesson. To live life while you can and not put things off. Another great one. Life is too short. To would have, could have, should have. Right on. Absolutely. I love that. That's beautiful. And I think that can take us to the next slide. This one's a little bit lighter in energy, but beautiful, Madame Truffaut. Those are beautiful lessons, and I hope more people glide into those lessons peacefully. But thank you for sharing. So the next question is baked goods. Would you rather? So we're doing some would you rather's now. Homemade or gourmet bakery, meaning, cordon bleu or insert cooking school here. It doesn't have to be French, y'all. It really doesn't. But yeah, which one would you rather have? And I'm talking baked goods. I'm talking about everything from breads with fruit, baguettes to cupcakes, cannoli. I'm talking about panna cotta. I'm talking about, are they baked? Kind of, yeah, right? I'm talking about cakes. I'm talking about, let me think what else. I'm talking about tarts. How could I forget tarts? I am such a, I love tarts. Lemon tarts and fruit tarts. Not with too much glazing though. When they overdo the glaze and it's like a mile thick of glaze, I'm just like, am I eating gelatin? What is this? It's pretty, but balance. So yeah, homemade or gourmet, just one or the other, you pick. And I'll let you all take 10 to 20 seconds to write it down. All right, y'all, it's been the seconds. So we're gonna, I don't know if anyone's had the time to type, but I'm gonna give first my preference, and I'm sure in the time you'll all remember what you like to eat, because we're talking food here and fun food. For me, homemade or gourmet. I feel like I'm gonna need to cheat with this answer because I can see both sides. I promise it's only for good things. Okay, so here I'm gonna give you the whys for both, and then I will force myself to pick the one. Okay, so for homemade, there's always emotion in the food. Usually it's something made by people who love you. And when I think of homemade baked goods that I've had, it's funny because sometimes it's not quite even the emotion of loving me. Sometimes it's them loving the dessert. And they're like, I need it right now and I'm going to make it. And I'll just happen to make enough that other people can have. In that case, I don't take that so sentimentally at all. I'm just like, yay, I didn't have to do the work and I benefit. But if I'm going more sentimentally, my grandmother in Jamaica, because I wasn't always there. Like I wouldn't always be there. She would bake goods that I could take, like like huge, like cakes. They're not really cakes. They're like fritters, but because they were made massive and baked, I count them. And so she would like send me back here to the US with them. And I remember being really, really excited and being like, oh, I hope I get to have one of those, because it was like the stack. Like the stack was like, this is the bottom, right? The stack of baked goods, like it was like foil wrapped, right? Like think of like if you've had a bulla cake that thick, the thing is this thick and like this. She made these really beautiful stuff. And so I associate homemade, I think, a lot with that. I know my uncle, I won't say his full name, but I'll put the letter V. When he would visit here, he also would make like either fritters or some kind of bread or something. And then my dad does a lot of that. So I really associate it with both like the cultural heritage and also just with family. So that is what makes homemade so wonderful. Gourmet bakery, though. All right, let's talk about why I'm down for gourmet bakery. Gourmet bakery, I'm an aesthetic kind of gal. I love things that are beautiful. I like to say I eat with my eyes. And some people say your eye is too big for your stomach, that's kind of a phrase too. But less that and more so just it's actually delicious. The same way that when food smells good and amazing, it tastes even better. I think when food looks, and desserts, baked goods, when they look beautiful like art, there's a bigger joy in eating it, because for me, I'm almost like, especially if I'm thinking of the kind of like, there's two sides. So I'm going to call two things gourmet, but what I mean is restaurant or chef prepared, and they're trained and they put the effort in, and this was purchased by someone who does this en masse with skill. So like if we're talking about like European pastries, I mean the creams, the different textures, the like the use of almond flour for macaron, or like for cannoli, like when you have the that crunch that goes into the cream. I love I like French flan, I like Spanish flan. They're very different, at least to me, but I like them both. I just think it's a texture thing, but it's also just quite beautiful. They like turn it into an art. When you see those like bonbons and they're like multicolored and they've got like a really cute shape, like a beautiful triangle of chocolate like slashed into the tart or something. I like that architectural energy. And when I'm eating it, I'm like taking it apart, like, I wonder how they constructed this. And so sometimes I'll like do that, like try to see the shell, because I'm always learning or wanting to learn how something's made. Yeah, I think also too, if you've walked into like a really nice bakery, or like one of those family owned bakeries where they've been around for like 90 years and it smells so sweet, and you have all of these like essences, like you'll have almond, you'll have vanilla, you might have lemon, you might have a bit of orange, or like a raspberry. Like there's so many scents that kind of infuse in a way that you're not going to get when you're just at home dealing with specific things. But like, chocolate chip cookies are always delicious. I don't care if you have to like microwave it till it's burnt, you know what I mean? But yeah, so for me, what would I pick? Homemade or gourmet? Oh my gosh, you're splitting me in half. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, and also the other side of gourmet, which I didn't mention, I also consider um if I go to a restaurant, a cultural restaurant or ethnic, right? And the chef has prepared certain pastries, like They might not be pastries in the European sense, but they're pastries in, let's say, the Caribbean or the South American sense or the Central American sense. Like potato pudding, coconut drops, vermicelli or vermicelli. I can't remember, but the one from, I believe it's Guyana. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. There's some like baked goods that I don't make at home, that my family doesn't make at home, that I would go to get that still feel like home to me because of how culturally tied it is. So it's like gourmet to me. I think I'd pick gourmet because I feel like it's got enough of both. My grandma. That's a hard one. I chose a hard one for myself. But you know what? That's half the fun. All right, let's see what y'all said. Okay. That's the thing. Once I love seeing this. Okay, great. So gingerbread says you love lemon tarts. Here, 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 here. Like literally, I would happily have a big, like a massive fruit tart with like a candle in it for my birthday. I've done that a few years actually. Just had a tart instead of a cake. Lorna says, keep it was a good skill. Oh, this is from the last one. Use your phone and computer to compare prices, get email alerts. There you go. Okay. Madame Truffaut says, homemade all the way. I come from a long line of professional cooks. So you have the best of both worlds. Exactly. See, so you possess the best of both worlds. Whereas when I'm looking at gourmet, I'm like, it has two worlds that I love, but not the one that has the most emotional impact. Oh, Madame Truffaut, you are blessed. Pilar, you say that you've been watching for a good while now. Oh, thank you so much. You say you find my voice to be very soothing and calming. I'm glad. I hope you are not on the road where you need to be paying attention. But happy to have you. And thank you for being in the neighborhood and commenting. I love when viewers and I say this with love, but like the lurkers, the people who just watch without commenting ever, I love when you pop in and you join the conversation, because everybody's a little different and has a different perspective. So, you know, the usual cast of characters, we love us, right? But it's always great when you pop in. So Pilar, don't be afraid to jump in. And for anyone else watching who might not comment, I don't bite unless we're talking about lemon tarts. B. Thomas says, a bit of both. Love the stuff I make. Hey. Now, when you can like what you create, that's awesome. And you say, however, love a gourmet bakery goodies at the particular store near your workplace. Ooh, which ones? What goodies? I'm excited. I'm like, ooh, like I'm gonna eat them. I don't know. Okay. Gingerbread. Oh, this is a waffle. This is a waffle here. You love both. It depends on what you're in the mood for. I had to pick one. Okay, someone said their muffler does not need to exist and just ripped that stuff off their car. Yeah, that's a waffle. I want to know where you stand. Okay, cool. But you do say fresh bread is the best. Oh, even the way you say fresh bread. Oh, yes. Lorna, you say you love homemade, but a gourmet bakery is good. Okay, but good and love are not the same. So I'm going to put you in the homemade category because that was a much stronger word. If I'm wrong, correct me. Jason and Gina, reminding everyone, thumbs up. And in your reactions down by the comment right next to it, you can also pick a heart or 100 or a little birthday call out thing, like a confetti thing. I don't know what it's called, y'all. I don't know what it's called. I like to do those though. They're fun. I like seeing them float like bubbles. Oh, pastéis de nata. Is that what you're talking about? I might be pronouncing it wrong. Lorna Williams, you say you love Portuguese custard tarts, and I think they're called pastéis de nata, like the plural is, and it's like pastel de nata. I think if it's one, I could be wrong. Anyone who speaks Portuguese, or at least is Brazilian or Portuguese or familiar with it, let me know. But they are delicious. And I remember I was like doing a little dive into Portuguese culture, partially because I was like really into Ronaldo, like football, soccer. Number 7, Ronaldo. All the Ronaldos are fantastic, but you know what I mean. I was just really enjoying the absolute swagger and cockiness that he was displaying. And I was like, all right, let me understand at least the kind of snacks and things that are happening in this culture, because this is one person. Let's learn about the place. And that's sometimes what being a fan can get you. It gets you like so much more of like, you learn. I like to learn more than just about the person. And I'm less about like discovering everything about a person, and I'm more like, oh, okay, you come from this culture, I haven't explored this, let me go learn this over here and just expand my knowledge. Because when I'm with people, I like to actually know you and like one-on-one. So I don't do that thing where and it's funny because I do think it's assumed, just because so many people in my generation are like this, and it's normal for so many of us. But I might follow you, but I won't scroll your like page, and I won't like I won't look you up until I meet you in person and have had a conversation and have decided if I like you enough to actually try and learn more information. Partially because I think I want to keep the interest and not like spoil the person and their impression on me. And also I've met many different people over the years, and what you put online and who you are in real life sometimes just they don't gel, for better or for worse. There's no, they don't really even align. I remember I was at an open mic in the Lower East Side with a friend, a gal pal of mine. Thank you so much for your vegan baked goods and for all of the vegan pizza that we've had. I'm not shouting your name just in case you don't want to be called out, but I remember those moments fondly, and I do want that pizza again. It was delicious. It was in Brooklyn. Yes, pastel de nata. That's it. Yeah. But the I think they pronounce it pastéis because that Portuguese sound, but I could be wrong. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah. Oh, memory. It was a memory. The memory was that we're going to be moving to the next one as I continue this here. So I'm going to put you all through hell with this one. So I hope you're ready. And by hell, I mean, it's just a ridiculous scenario. So please just throw your craziest at it and know that we're just here for a good time. Not a hard time. But yeah, when I was at an open mic in the Lower East Side, I remember I'd met this guy, very talented musician, and I do believe a drummer and a guitarist who is in a band, and they were touring. And if you're watching this, hey, and I hope things are going well. But I got his contact, his like Instagram handle, and followed him there, and he followed me. And I remember I pressed follow and I put my phone back in my bag and continued to talk to him. And his reaction was, oh, you're not going to like look at, I don't think he was trying to be like boastful, but he was actually like confused. Like, you're not going to just you're not just going to read my like CV, essentially. You're not going to look through my page. And I was like, why would I have you right here in front of me. Why would I look at this while you're literally right here and I could ask you these questions? And it would also give me better context for this, so I know not to misinterpret you. And it's so funny because after that, he kind of just was really quiet and he was like, and I think he went to go and like have a e-cig or something after that. Sorry. But yeah, I think people get very confused sometimes when you don't play certain. Jason and Gina already with the response. Thank you for being on top of things all the time. Yeah. So yeah, that's my long-winded philosophy about social media. Like I'm going to know who you are as a person first, because you can put anything out there. And boy, have I met people who read one way and they're different altogether. And both, again, for good and bad. This is a life's worth, right? All right. Would you rather number 2? Buckle up. Would you rather 1, road trip in a small car with 4 people and a dog for 3 months? You cannot stop to sleep anywhere, and you cannot make pit stops for longer than 10 minutes. There are no showers during these 3 months and no working toilets anywhere. So you are going to have to find a shovel and some dirt. So that's scenario number 1. Small car, 4 people, 1 dog, no shower, no toilets, 10-minute pit stop only. Option number 2. Or would you rather crash your private plane on a remote beach? Now remember, the crashed plane is destroyed. The crashed plane is no longer functional. Wires are hanging as well as masks. With the same 4 people and dog, but you must catch and cook everything you eat or drink for a minimum of 30 days. You can bathe, and the bathroom time is infinite. But let's be honest, you're still using the same shovel mechanism. Which one would you rather? So Jason and Gina were right out the gate saying they are crashing that plane. Or specifically, he says, B, I'm crashing that plane. Okay. And then V. Thomas, you say you're crashing that plane. Do y'all realize that that means you have to experience the turbulence, panic, chaos, terrifying announcement, as well as her passengers, ladies and gentlemen, we mask, please wear that safety, buckled seatbelts. Like the whole plane is like you realize that you're going through all of that and then you're crashing. You realize like all of that is happening. And if the plane is not large or not very large, there may be no specifically there may be no specific like sound barrier between the alarms in the cockpit and you as the passenger hearing the chaos going. Like you all are saying you want to experience that. B. Thomas, you're saying you want to experience that. I'm just asking because you got to go through the whole thing. Same way you got to be in the car with everybody for 3 months, but you're on the ground. You're guaranteed to live. These are 4 people you know. It's a dog you know. And you can stop at a 7-Eleven. You can grab, I don't know, whatever. You can still communicate to people. You just are within this particular space. With the plane, you've crash landed on a remote island with a beach, and your plane is no longer functional. Okay, so Lorna says, I am choosing A. I prefer my feet as close to the ground as possible. Now, I know I just went through and described a plane crash. I hope nobody is like developing a fear they never had. And I hope that I'm not enhancing it. I personally, if it's not clear, find flying to be quite thrilling. Yeah. Okay, so Ronald, you say, yeah, plane crash is more pain and shock on the body, more so than a car accident. Yes, and in scenario B, the plane crash is a part of the scenario. In scenario A, there is no discussion of a car crash, so we do not have to assume it is happening. So Jason and Gina say, if I have a plane, I must be rich or rich enough to rent, right? Net jets. Okay, so you're saying that as a what? Like, because you'd rather be stuck on a deserted island for 30 days with no guarantee of being rescued. I never guaranteed that. I didn't say you wouldn't be rescued. I just also said you aren't sure, right? So you'd rather risk it because when you come back, you'll have options and a story. And maybe you'll be writing one of the books that Lorna listens to when she's trying to relax via audio. Is that it? Let me know, Jason. Let me know. Gingerbread says option A, 10-minute stop. is it the 10-minute stop specifically that got you? As in, like, you're like, at least there's like 10 minutes. I appreciate the 10 minutes away from everybody because you're sleeping in the vehicle. I just like that out of everything that was mentioned, like no showers, no working toilets. You're like 10-minute stops. Yeah, that's what stuck to your thought process. That's hilarious. I love that. Jason and Gina, you say, I will put my survival skill to the test. This is a great question. Thank you for saying that. I really had to think about. I was trying to make it as unpleasant and pleasant as possible on either side. Yeah. So anybody else? Anybody else? What are you? Uh, let's get some more thoughts out. Who's going for option A, road trip, and who's going for option B, crashing their private plane on a remote island? The plane does not work, and they have to catch and cook everything they eat. And while people are picking A or B and typing it in the and ask this question of people who are in your literal neighborhood. If you've got family sitting watching with you, if you are watching this with friends at work, maybe you tell them about it later so you don't get yourself in trouble at your job, and then come back in the comments and like type what everyone said and what your choice was. But Via Speaks, thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed your dinner and dessert. I do not remember if you picked homemade or gourmet, but that did actually decide what dessert dish you would receive. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you at the next neighborhood, in this case, banquet hangout. Thank you. But yeah, so for me, I would totally like be with you. Madame Truffaut, I missed yours. Where was yours? I see when you commented about the pastéis de nata, I saw. Type it again. Type it again. I don't see it here. Maybe something happened. Type it again. And Lorna, you say still A because I find a shower at the Y in 10 minutes. Look at you inventing solutions. I mean, I did say that there were no showers, meaning you couldn't take any. But the fact that you found the Y and then made it into a shower, what we'll say, I'll allow the creativity. I'll allow the inventiveness. Gingerbread, you said you like to keep your feet on the ground. The 10 minutes help, and you have done the road trip with 10 people, and it was a great experience. Oh, okay. So where were you tripping to? Were you in an RV? Were you in an actual like compact vehicle, regular sedan? Were you in a van? How was it? And Ronald, you said, well, if you crash the plane, there's always fresh fruit and fresh seafood. How about that? Yes, as long as you can climb the tree and catch the fish and you have the skills, then you're good to go. If you have to learn the skills, just remember that there's practice time. And did you bring sunscreen? Because everyone needs sunscreen. Everyone needs sunscreen. Also, were you trying to go to this destination or did you pack winter clothes? I'm just wondering. That's not even a part of the question, y'all. I'm just wondering, hopefully you packed for a beach vacation because that would help. And hopefully you packed more than just some trunks and some bathing suits because you will get sunburned after a while. Also, I don't know, is the fuselage whole? I can't guarantee that plane looks like a plane right now. It might look like a husk, like a cracked egg. I'm just saying, you can't rely on the plane for shelter. You're going to have to build one. Gingerbread, you said it was an RV trip to Canada. Oh, that's nice. So are you far from Canada? Was it like how long did you say the trip was? Did I miss that? Yeah, how long was the trip? Where were you? Like, was there a start and end destination again? Only say what you're comfortable with, nothing too identifying. But I am curious because driving to Canada from Florida versus driving to Canada from Nevada, where in Canada were you? West Coast, East Coast? I'm curious. Ronald says, wait, minus the shellfish, shrimp, crab, and lobster turns red when you cook them. Yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Okay, Marshar. Oh, it's been a little minute. Glad to have you back. You say option A perfectly. I had to say it at a higher pitch as opposed to a louder volume because I was trying not to kill the mic. Perfectly describes the life of an over-the-road trucker. Lord, the stories I could tell traveling the big road with hubby and 3 small kids, food on truck, refrigerator, and a porta potty all set. So you bring your bathroom, even though you're not allowed to have access to a public bathroom. You bring your bathroom, and did you have because I know trucks, like, you'll have sometimes they'll have beds and refrigerator. I'm familiar with that, but I don't know showers, or are you parking somewhere and kind of hooking up to, or not hooking up to, but parking somewhere and then using that shower? Because I do know there are facilities for people who specifically are in trucking that, and that is because of something my mother watched recently, a woman on YouTube who does trucking, and she had her glam on, and I appreciated that. And she'd stopped somewhere to shower, and yeah. So I love you say that. That perfectly describes your life. So how long, like, up to how far have you driven, or how many hours straight have you been in a vehicle going somewhere? I'm curious. And thank you for your answer, Marshar. Freedom Earners TV. Hey, you say, I have been studying, guys, but always listening in. Okay, what are you studying? And also, thank you for being a member. And also, I'm glad you're still listening. Have you crashed a plane, or are you just in a really smelly, small, compact car that you can only get out of for 10 minutes at a time for a period of 3 months? Let us know. Let us know, Freedom Earners TV. Let us know. Adam Truffaut says, I would crash the plane. I would be so thankful to be alive and we all survived. I would live life to its simplest form. Plus, think of great stories out of that experience if you get out. But I gotta admit, the way that you just charged into that answer is giving me so much life. I would crash the plane. I would be so thankful to be alive. I can just see you being like, oh, thank God. It's really funny. And something about having DM'd you and knowing your taste, like, this fits you so well as an answer. You are so on brand right now. Okay. I would crash the plane. I'd be so thankful. Okay, Gingerbread says New York to Canada. Okay, so that's about, maybe, like, it could be anywhere from, like, let's say 2 or 3 to 8 hours or more, because New York is so triangular. You could be coming from any angle. And yeah, that's a good trip, right? Yeah, Jason and Gina, thank you for always popping in and keeping the moderation going and the channel all cute and whatnot. Okay, so Pilar says, neither. I stay home safe with bed and shower. Pilar says, I am not going on this dangerous trip with you crazy people. I don't know who these 4 individuals are, and I didn't ask for a dog. So I'm going to be at home in my bed, and I have a shower. You know what? Much respect. At least you know yourself. Once again, you understand your brand. I can't fault you for that. I can't fault you for that. Thank you for your comment. Oh my gosh. And Jason and Gina are basically agreeing with Madame Truffaut on that energy of like, I would crash it. But wait a second, hold on. I don't think I just wait a second. I think in this metaphorical, totally made up would you rather situation that is not at all real, so no one take this seriously. You said you would crash the plane. Wait, Madame Truffaut, are you actually saying that you yourself would drive that plane into the beach? You would go and steer that plane down into the beach. Is that what I'm getting? Like you would crash the plane. You wouldn't just experience the crash as a passenger, which is kind of how I was intending it, right? Um, yes, I know I said crashing in the present tense or the active tense, but truly, from how I described it, it was you experiencing a crash as opposed to causing one. So, maybe you just really want that beach vacation, and they were not trying to stop where you wanted to stop. So it was just time to make the solution. So clarify that for us, Madame Truffaut. Let me know. So Marshar says showers, truck stops are great. Honestly, some truck stops, I mean, the food, if you like, I mean, y'all know how I feel about an IHOP, and yes, I did have IHOP. Um, there's something about the food that they make that like different diners and restaurants make, knowing that their audience are going to be people who are doing long haul, um, traveling and trucking, that is so extra tasty. Like it has just that little bit more. I don't know if it's salt or I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's that everything's more protein heavy, so it just feels more satisfying. I don't know, but I do appreciate that. I do appreciate it. I'll say that. And you say, Marshar, I've spent 3 months on the road with hubby. We've been to all 48 states and Canada. So, I mean, you just couldn't drive around Hawaii, right? Nobody take that question seriously, please. You mean you just didn't drive through Alaska yet? Oh, but honestly though, would you I was watching someone take a trip through Alaska, and they saw, what was that mountain? What was that really huge mountain that's really pretty but hard to see sometimes? What's it called? Not Rainier. That's not what it's called. I don't remember. But anyway, uh yeah, that trip that they took, it looked beautiful. So is that something you're interested in? Okay. Good to see that there's some laughter happening here. So Madame Truffaut, what does that mean? So you say if I was flying it and I had no choice. What do you mean and you had no choice? As in what, you didn't properly fuel the plane? Is that what you're saying? Because you always have a choice if you prepare properly and follow the checklist and also plan your route. Or are you saying that a hurricane came and sent your plane on a detour, so you had to choose an alternate route, and in the process you got turned around, and still, how did that lead to you crashing the plane? Again, I just want to know if you're admitting to this hypothetical, non-real miscarriage of, we'll say, proper safety protocol. Okay. um Okay, let's see. Madame Truffaut, you say, I would just pray it didn't turn into Lord of the Flies. Yeah, I hear that. That. Yeah, that's the major thing, right? That's the thing that I was wondering if anyone would wonder about. So, thank you for being right on that page. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So I thank you for being right on that page. Um, Marshar says that sounds fun, and you got a chance to travel. Yeah. Mount McKinley. I think that is the one. But it was renamed. I think it's on a water bottle. I think they have it on a water bottle. I think, or it's in a brand for some outdoors, but it's specifically in Alaska. Oh, another 3 a.m. memory. Okay, let's see. Marshar says Hawaii would pay excellently in miles alone. Alaska, oh no. Remember, I don't do cold. I hear that. I hear that. Oh, good night, Gingerbread. Thanks for hanging with us and for your response. Okay. Um, let's go to the next one. And for me, I would choose the private plane, and whether or not I'm crashing it is an absolute no. I'm the passenger and I'm not crashing it. But I would definitely enjoy learning and figuring out exactly how to turn the palm fronds that are dried-ish into enough of a rope that I could loop around my waist so I could like pressure climb, like via like pushing climb, and get some coconuts, and hopefully they're young enough that I can not have to deal with like the hair and finding that weird part on the top that you have to crack to then get like access to peel and then further like chop. You know how like peeling a coconut is complicated. But yeah, I would totally I'd totally do that. Black Queen is out here being a great moderator and reminding everyone, if you haven't already done so, please thumbs up the chat, share, and subscribe. And we appreciate, the neighborhood appreciates your unwavering support, and I do too. And do remember that we now have memberships, so you can join and support the channel in ways that bring all kinds of content, shorter content, longer content, but certainly all kinds of content to keep you entertained. So thank you. And thank you, Black Queen. So this scenario, Madame Truffaut says, bad weather, engine trouble, and I had the choice between sea or remote beach. Okay. All right. You've cleared yourself. You've cleared your name. So you're good. And Marsha, you said, oh yes. Okay. So you're responding to Joy. All right. So the next one here, let me adjust my placement a little bit just while I'm reading. Okay. Okay, so would you rather? And this is a callback for those of you who may be wondering why this came to mind. Would you rather listen to 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars at max volume on nonstop loop and eat only pickles for every meal for one whole year? Bruno Mars, loudest, pickles only, 1 year. Or listen to bagpipes blaring nonstop on loop and not be able to sit or lay down at all, and you eat only pureed carrots for one whole year. Option A or option B, you tell me. And yeah, yeah, you tell me. Oh, okay. So Marshar wants me to read her comment. She was essentially saying, yes, traveling, seeing America from the view of the big truck is beautiful. After seeing your country's beauty, I thank every soldier and vet for their service. It's because of them that we are free. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. All right. So yeah. 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars at max volume, and you're eating pickles for a whole year. Or bagpipes and you can't sit or lie down and you eat only pureed carrots for a whole year. Which one are you choosing? We don't have too many more slides coming up, y'all, so be enjoying your desserts and your conversation as we prepare for the shift from the dining room to the salon for teas, coffees, and the like. Okay. So we have a whole trucker conversation happening in the neighborhood right now. I love chatting amongst yourselves. Um, let's see. V. Thomas, you say you don't eat pickles, so that's a problem. You hate them. Oh, okay, hold on. All right. Okay, so you say, yeah, you don't eat pickles, you hate them. So you're picking option B. You won't eat, and most likely you'll fall over from starvation and exhaustion. And bagpipes. I mean, let's not forget the abuse of just constant bagpipes. Okay, so you're picking B. Who's out here picking Bruno Mars and pickles? Because, I mean, you can at least sit down and you can lie down. You just got to eat pickles and listen to 24 Karat Magic for a whole year. I'll tell you what I'll pick. Lorna. Okay, so that's exactly why I wrote this question. I honestly thought of you when I wrote this. I was like, I hope she gives me this answer. And you didn't fail me. Thank you. Thank you. Lorna says, neither. My hearing and my sanity are important. So you're like, Pilar, you just opted out. You said, I'm not even doing this. That's not as fun, but also, again, respect. It's on brand for you. It's funny. Okay. Marshar says option B. I like bagpipe music. You say, in my heritage is Scottish, you're Black American. I just feel kinship to the Scottish side of me too. Well, you know, you and myself, we share that one, but I still will shove a bagpipe into a wood chipper. If I had the chance, not the person, and certainly not one owned by somebody, but a neutrally non-owned, non-someone's property bagpipe. Yeah, that's going right in the wood chipper and back into the dumpster. Oof. I will eat pickles. They're just cucumbers, y'all. They're just really tangy cucumbers. If you like kimchi, a whole year is intense, and max volume is definitely intense, and I'd probably be also crying just from the sheer intensity of it all. But I love that you bring up, though, Marshar, that, you know, you feel a kinship to it, because I think it's really important for us to remember that, you know, no matter what, you know, where we come from or what we might look like phenotypically, most people have something. And it's not necessarily, it may be biologically, and it also just could be culturally, the places you've been, spaces you've been, what you've been exposed to. So even if it was just that you spent time in Scotland, or you learned about the country and then just got an affinity for it from learning, all legitimate reasons to fall in love with part of cultural heritage, and music and bagpipes are certainly part of it. And I would be lying if I said there aren't beautiful songs written for bagpipes. I just would still shove the bagpipe in a wood chipper and laugh maniacally, with fervor, and somehow flames like in the reflection in my eyes, despite nothing being on fire. Like it would just burn them. Like I didn't give you permission to cause me to tear up, so you gonna go. But I love it. You say that you pick option B. I like, at least now we've got okay, cool. Marshar, yeah. But you do say you would eat pickles too, but Bruno isn't your guy. You like him though, but he's like not your like. But like, you can't pick both. You picked bagpipes already, and you had way more to say on it. So we're giving you B. Although you're doing the similar to me thing of like, I see it in multiple ways. And I agree with Black Queen sentiments. It's a tough job, what he does, but very necessary. Madame Truffaut, you say you would pick A because I would be deaf after a few days and it wouldn't matter. I am not laughing at the deaf community. It's just the way she came to that conclusion. Plus, I like pickles, but they have to be a certain brand, but I would die from all the salt. I'm gonna take this out. Madame Truffaut, you crack me up. Okay. She said, I would be deaf after a few days. I would die from all the salt, but it has to be. Ow. Oh, the honesty. It's the honesty that gets me. Oh, man. Oh, that was such a wonderfully honest self appraisal. Mm. Thank you for making me laugh. That was great. That was great. Oh, wow. Oh. She said, I would die from all this. Oh, man. Oh, man. I mean, you make a very good point. Like, after a while, you wouldn't even hear it. Ah, which also brings up the point where if we're listening to bagpipes in that spot, do they both wash in the end? I shouldn't find this so funny, but I really do. Oh, man. Because you made going deaf sound like it was a great, like, byproduct that was like, listen, that's the upside. I choose this. I can say that I actually never expected to see a response like that. Thank you for the surprise laughter. I did not. Oh, Jesus. Okay. She said, plus I like pickles. I can't take this. I can't take this. Get off my screen. Get off my screen. Oh gosh. Y'all are so, oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. She made losing her hearing sound like it was the upside. And then she casually accepted just dying from all the salt. Just, it'll kill me, but at least I'll get the one breath. Madame Truffaut, you've done me, and I'm buried. I didn't. I need to go to the next question. Every time I think about it, okay. You're making my headphones fall out. uh, It's casual, I'll die from this. It's fine. after a while, it's all the same. And at least, and what does that say about Bruno Mars? Oh gosh. I didn't, y'all attacked. Madame Truffaut, I didn't ask to be stabbed in the funny bone so hard. Jeez. Yeah. Thank you. My upper abs are feeling that. I appreciate it very much. Right, Black Queen. Tell her. Black Queen says, Madam T, you can't afford that type of blood pressure. All right. So the next question. Again, y'all, I promise you we're winding down. We got like a handful of slides right now. So the question is, if your friends were to describe you as a cartoon character, which would they pick? I did not bring water and I can feel it. This laughter is dehydrating. Oh my God. All right. So yeah, y'all, which cartoon character would people say that you are? Let me mute. So I'm gonna grab some water in the meantime. Y'all type something. Bugs Bunny, Road Runner, one of the Eds of Ed, and Eddie, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Powerpuff Girls. Like, who are you? Who would they say you are? I'm gonna go get some water so I can rehydrate my palate. Thank you, Madame Truffaut. Y'all, I promise, I'm gonna be right back. But like, just write it. Thank you all for your patience. My God. Oh, jeez. I forgot to loop that thing, but it doesn't really matter. I just honestly needed to breathe. I couldn't survive. I just couldn't. All right. What are y'all saying? Okay. Yes, Black Queen, it did. Okay. Let me turn this down a little bit so you can hear me without competing. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Cookies and cream. Hi. You say hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome. Welcome to the neighborhood. And the question was, if your friends were to describe you as a cartoon character, which would they pick? And from any era, any decade, any, Hanna-Barbera, Cartoon Network, Netflix. It can also be an animated character like from a film. There are no limits. This one's just whichever one. It can be from Frozen. Whatever you want. Freedom Earners TV. I think it's either a wave or a peace sign. Either way, you get one of these. I don't know which one, but thank you. And Freedom Earners TV also says awesome vibe, guys. Thank you all for being here for sure. I don't even know if I should read your comment, Madam Truffaut, but thank you, Freedom Earners, for being a member and for your comment. Because you just killed me. I'm like afraid to read what you wrote, but we're going to put it up. You say, Winnie the Pooh, but instead of honey, it would be fried chicken. I have a real problem. Ugh. Ah. Oh, yeah. Between the salt and the pickles and the fried chicken. I love these dietary choices you're making. Look, if it makes you happy, it makes me joyous. You know what I mean? Um, also, I'm picturing a Winnie the Pooh with this crop red shirt and some fried chicken, and it weirdly fits just as much as the tub of honey. So I love the picture you just put in my head. Thank you very much, Madam Truth. I need to just get away from you for a second. Okay. Okay. Marshar says the cartoon characters that folks would say I am is Wonder Woman. Here, here. And comes with sparkles and the sign for like the feminine sign with the line and then the cross with the circle on the top. And you say, being a wife and mom, yes, with those 3 beautiful children and that husband who brings home your money, yes. You say, I have to tend to everyone's needs, and when problems happen, you solve them, cook, clean, and keep all happy. Yeah, that's some Wonder Woman. That's some Wonder Woman behavior right there, because that is about 70 million different skills, abilities, and elements that you're keeping track of and like providing. And kudos to you, because that is a full-time job. Being a mom is a full-time job. Being a parent is a full-time job. So kudos and hats off to y'all, because I just want to frolic and chill. And I don't read into that. But you get what I'm saying. Y'all do a lot of work and respect. Oh, Cookies is handing out her hellos. Uh, B Thomas say, you don't know. The conversation never came up. You don't even want to guess. Call a friend. You say now you need to call a friend. Call a friend. This is like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You're allowed to phone a friend and let us know what the friend says. Or, what do you think you are? I think you know yourself. You're allowed to know yourself. Um, I don't know. I don't understand the context of this comment. Jason and Gina, you say, I know Black Queen mistakes. So maybe you'll clarify. I don't know. Okay, we got some people saying hi to. Okay, so Freedom Earners TV, you say, and this is a channel member. And remember, on the screen, in the top corner of the slides here, you can screenshot, and you can also just directly read the code, the QR code. Scan the QR code to join the channel membership and support this neighborhood, so I can keep bringing moments like this, and then read comments like Freedom Earners TV, who brings up Popeye, a classic. I love spinach. Popeye loves spinach. You love Popeye. Popeyes is also the name of a fried chicken place. Madame Truffaut likes fried chicken as Winnie the Pooh, and she also likes pickles. So in the end, you see how we're all meant to just be here. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what that was. But thank you for your comment, Freedom Earners TV. And I like that. So you get strong when you eat well and you eat some good veggies and you have a nice diet. And I'm sure you have great olive oil in your life. Lorna Williams says, in my dreams, I think I am Jessica Rabbit, but in real life, maybe She-Ra. Ooh, what if you were both? Or what if you were like how Popeye on some spinach becomes Popeye? And what if it was like Jessica Rabbit and then with the right shade of lipstick, She-Ra? I don't know. Or the right belt or the right sword or something. I don't know. Like why not both? ¿Por qué no los dos? I mean, everyone is picking both for most of the would you rather. So Lorna, I think when it comes to representing yourself, you have a say in that. Thank you for your comment. Let's see. Um, Black Queen, thank you for your public service announcement. Cookies and Cream says you don't know who you would pick as a cartoon character. What's your energy? Are you high energy? Are you low energy? Do you prefer the classics? Are you into more modern stuff? Dexter's Laboratory, Kids Next Door. I'm trying to think. Dora. Are you into? I will not throw that option out there because I don't think anyone would like that one. Are you Bugs Bunny? Are you Tweety Bird? Or are you Sylvester? I think Sylvester's the cat, right? Are you Buzz Lightyear? Because yes, it's not quite cartoon, but Hong Kong Phooey. I do remember Hong Kong Phooey. Yeah, just what feels like. Go by what you enjoy. Which one did you enjoy watching, or did you wish you could watch more of? That might be a great way in. Joy Armour says Roadrunner, always on the go. Hey, ding! I always loved when Roadrunner would like draw a bridge, like a pathway under a bridge, and then the Wile E. Coyote would just be like, and all of a sudden you see that there was no actual tunnel under the bridge. And there's days when I was like, man, Wile E. Coyote, I'm kind of rooting for you. I just want you to get one day, For all his wiliness, he wasn't particularly clever, it seems. He did try some wily ways to get that Roadrunner, but he just could not defeat the champion. So clearly, if you're a Roadrunner, you might be on the go, but you're winning. Thanks for your comment. Black Queen, you say Tweety Bird because I see and hear everything. I am not easily hoodwinked and bamboozled. I like that. I think that's really cool. And I think that speaks really well about you. I think that's a really confident answer. I love it. Thank you, Black Queen. Marshar says, frolicking and chilling is what made me a mom. I told you not to read into it. I told you. But I know it was too late once it came out. Which is probably what... No, I won't go there anymore. Y'all can read my mind. I don't have to explain that one. Oh, man. Marshar, get off my screen. I can't take you right now. Thank you for your comment. Oh, the neighborhood. This is the part in the evening when everybody just starts saying crazy things, and I love it. Okay. Black Queen. Oh, gosh, yes. Okay. Freedom Earners TV. They would say I am Popeye because I am strong, sometimes smart, and pack a few muscles that help in my daily life. What a humble thing. You said sometimes smart. Not always. Not always. Just sometimes. Sometimes. You got strength. You got the brawn. But what you have said here is that the brain, you don't always have the brain. And didn't you just say, like, 2 minutes ago that you were up studying. I don't know. Maybe your friends don't see you studying. Invite them to a session or two, and then maybe they'll shift you into another cartoon character like Dexter with his laboratory, always out there scheming, or Brain, Pinky and the Brain. Because there's the whole Animaniacs thing with like the Paramount thing, I think it was. Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. Animaniacs. Na 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 na. Da 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 da. Ranimini, totally insane. Yeah. I used to love those on Saturdays. Oh, and no one has mentioned, and they are cartoon characters. No one has mentioned animated Spider-Man, animated Batman, Superman. No one's mentioned Shaggy or Scooby-Doo. I'm just throwing the options out there because we've had a rich entertainment history of characters. Freedom Earners TV, thank you so much for your answer. Thank you for being a member of this channel. You have done so much to support. Kudos, and thanks. And yeah, bring some of those people into the study sessions and maybe they'll see all the brain that you got up there in the noggin. Oh no, Black Queen, I'm moving away. I'm moving away before I start. So Black Queen and Marsha are having a very true, you know what it is? This is the part. So we've switched from, everyone has completed their desserts and all those plates have been collected and I've moved the party back into the parlor and tea and coffee and whatnot is being had. And clearly, Marsha and Black Queen are off in a corner giggling very loudly to themselves, but everyone is secretly, quietly listening in while pretending to have other conversations. So she says here, please don't tell us you are a member of the Long Haul Club, Mile High Club's cousin. I didn't ask for an answer to that, but you know, if I happen to overhear it, I might happen to overhear it. And you know, Freedom Earners TV is out here laughing. Someone named Maza Bag. Now, I'm not sure if I've seen you before. I feel like I might have, but I'm not sure. If not, welcome to the neighborhood. Welcome to the Neighborhood Hangout. This is the official Lauren Brown channel. I'm Lauren Brown. Please do like this video, subscribe to this channel. And we now have memberships. You can scan the QR code in the corner and that'll take you to memberships so you can join and support the channel in all the stuff that we're creating. But your comment here, thank you for commenting. I'm excited. Also, turn your notifications on so you don't miss any of this clearly insane, fun, off-the-wall, lighthearted conversation. You said, you heard me reading French on someone's last name. Am I fluent in French? Oui. Oui, en fait. Je parle français. J'ai appris quand j'étais jeune et c'est maintenant juste partie de ma vie. Je suis bilingue. Merci pour la question. Thank you for the question. Okay. Marshar says, I could be Godzilla. Godzilla was there a Godzilla cartoon? Dang, I didn't know that. Okay. Like everybody's got a cartoon. Like all the live actions have cartoon versions. So you say, I could be Godzilla because if everyone in my household doesn't do as you say, you're burning the whole house down. It's true. Happy wife, happy life. Mercy. Mercy, Marshar. Just remember, mercy. People grow out of the stages that frustrate you. So just remember mercy because they do get older and they have memories. And you want to get great Mother's Day gifts when they make their own money. You know what I mean? But I hear you. Honestly, no reproach at all. Like I said, I couldn't imagine being in your shoes and how much that takes to juggle all of that. And you say you remember them. I think that was about Scooby-Doo, Ronald. All right, cool. Oh gosh. Oh yeah. You're trying to just murder me tonight. It was Lorna Williams. No, was it Lorna Williams? Who said they would crash the plane? Was that also Madame Truffaut? So there seems to be violence toward the host. I'm just trying to have a nice neighborhood banquet. I don't know what I did to you guys. I don't know. Oh gosh. Yes. Lord help you both. Lord help me all of us. Okay. All right. I'll move into I'll tell you what I cartoon character I would pick. Ooh. Cuz then there's all the Nickelodeon animations. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh snap. Oh snap. Okay. This is oh, okay. Oh, oh no, it's like a three-way tie. No, no, not again. Okay, I got to do it, guys. Here's why. I'll say why. Just hear me out, okay? I'll say why. Um, okay, so I did like Codename Kids Next Door, which was this cartoon on the Cartoon Network. And I always love mastermind children as a narrative for like anything. Um, always, just always have, and always will. Um, and I cannot remember her number. I'm going to look it up right now because I do not want to get it wrong. But um, okay, hold on, y'all. There's a few. There's three solidly. Okay. Um, and she was voiced by who was she voiced by? She very well-known actress, very popular actor, excuse me, female actor. Um, yeah. I believe she was number. I love that they were okay, they gotta put the name up there. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting all of those where they put that full page ad and then you can't actually see it, like see beyond the full page ad, which is so annoying. Y'all need to plan your ads more appropriately. Like I'm leaving your page. You're getting a bounce from me. I'm not even okay, that's a whole other question. Um, hold on. All right, I'm not gonna take a quiz. So I'll say the other ones. So in the meantime, I would say that I am Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls. I would definitely say I'm Buttercup. Just energetically, I when I'm having a good day, I'm Buttercup. And she's the one in green. Yeah. And Cree Summer is the voice of the character number 5. Number 5 on Codename Kids Next Door. She always she was honest, she was capable, and she didn't take any mess from anybody. And she was very much like, oh, does it need to get done? All right, I'll do it. Let's get it. Those people ain't got on us. It was like she was swagger and capability at the same time. And I joke about my awkwardness, but I'm fly. And when I want to be, I can make it work really well. So I love that. So Buttercup, I'd also say, yeah, number 5 from Codename Kids Next Door. And then Aang from Avatar The Last Airbender. Not Katara, believe it or not, but Aang. For so many reasons that if I went into it, it would become way more serious than this question is actually meant to be, believe it or not. But Aang, my soul connects to that character. And I'm thinking of the people who have watched me watch those shows and their reactions, and I do think they would agree. Jeez. Okay. So we're gonna go to the next slide. Marshar, you said, when you're a mom, no mercy. My daughters tell their friends, Marshar don't raise no punks. Listen, that's a different kind of no mercy though. I'm talking about the like, when they have like they need like mommy, like that softness. I'm sure you bring that out too. But as far as the strength and like, teaching them to be capable, I think that's extremely important for as you were saying, for daughters to have that example so they know they can do it. And they don't have to wait for permission because they don't. So beautiful. Race, no. Ah, okay. So this is the, I think, second to last slide, y'all. I told you we weren't gonna be too much longer. This is one of those, what's the first thing that comes to your mind questions, literally. So please do not overthink this. Do not overtype this unless that is how you think. Question is, type the first object or topic you think of when you hear or see the words gross, fun, and each one of these, just type a word. So gross is one. What's gross to you? Fun. What's fun to you? Interesting. What comes to mind? What object or topic or thing comes to mind when you hear interesting? Or interesting? What comes to mind? What's the first thing on your mind when you hear strange? What's the first thing on your mind when you hear hilarious? And when you hear or see the word explore, what's the first thing on your mind? It can be an object, it could be a thing, it could be an idea, a concept. What comes to mind? So they're on the screen there. I'll read them out again, just in line, for those who are just listening. But don't overthink it. Just type the first thing. All right. So the words are gross, fun, interesting, strange, hilarious, explore. All right. I'm going to give you like 5 seconds to do this while I drink some water. If I can find my water bottle, where'd I put it? Okay. Thank you all for waiting while I typing while I ingested water, trying to rehydrate what has been laughed to dry. Oh my gosh, y'all. I love my neighborhood. I don't know if I've said this, but I'm so appreciative. I, I know that when you hear somebody say, hey, join the channel, do this, subscribe, like it really can come across like you're being hammered. Man, I just like y'all. You're funny. Like when I say that I have a great neighborhood, look at yourself. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. don't we want to grow this? I want to grow this because I want for all of you to be able to have your back and forth and find great conversation within and among each other, because everybody is doing something, you know? Everybody is contributing something. And my gosh, this is like, it's wonderful. Freedom Earners TV, you say PPG was very entertaining. Powerpuff Girls, right? With Mojo Jojo and the mayor and da 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 da. Da. And I love the way they managed to make the I don't know if they used chimes or whatever, but I love that they had that like sparkly element and these synths and like I love the way they did that show and the colors, and it was just really great. And also too, single fatherhood. That show made that very, very normal. And the show also highlighted science, and science being tied to positive emotion and love. You know, it was a lighthearted cartoon, but it actually did a lot of work, and that's why cartoons are so special, because they can do so much while still bringing you joy. You know, um, let's see. Matzah bag. Is that like are you saying matzah like matzo, like the unleavened bread, or is it maza? Like, I just want to make sure I'm not mispronouncing your name. And you have a comment here. You say, j'adore l'accent français des Américains. If one day you decide to visit Africa, you won't have any language barriers. Ici, c'est l'anglais ou le français, and you are most welcome. Well, thank you very much. Because for anyone who was not familiar, you're just saying that you adore the French accent of Americans, like how we speak French. And of course, the parts I spoke in English that you wrote in English. If one day I decide to visit Africa, I won't have any language barriers. That is the hope. You know, I'm also interested in Swahili and any other diplomatic languages that would allow for like African Union broad communication. And then you say, ici, c'est l'anglais. So you say here, it's English or French. And as far as like which languages people speak, I guess in mass, because there are also many local languages, you know, spoken within tribe and group. So thank you. I appreciate the welcome, and it is my hope to go. You know, a friend of mine, without giving out any information that would be identifying, recently got married. Congratulations. Congratulations, Nonye. That's not her full name, so that's not an identifier, but everything about that was beautiful and A1, and all the good stuff. I can't wait to come and hang out with y'all. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. The continent has been calling for a while, so I'm sure that will be happening. But, you know, as I like to say, I don't just roll somewhere without a plan. And mostly, you know, I like to know who I'm connecting to. So you're not going to find me just popping up randomly with someone who I don't know. Read into that what you want, but the fact is standards and safety, and I'm a smart woman. That's not on Africa. That's on individuals. Also 54 countries, so it couldn't possibly be on a whole continent. Let's see. Jason and Gina say, Lauren, about to call it a night, work in the morning. Thank you. You've done an excellent job. You've been a brilliant moderator. Mwah. Thank you so much. Send every good wish and love to Gina as well. Fantastic. Happy to have you here always. Marshar, you said you're soft and you give your kids the world, but you got to be tough too. I listen. That's a beautiful. The contrast makes it work. I love that. And you say you'll continue tomorrow where you left off, I guess, just in commenting or whatnot. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. And I am going to call you. like specifically you and Gina. So that's not a joke. So just text me when you both will be free. Post 6 p.m. and we'll find schedule wise, we'll find something that harmonizes. But thank you so much. My mods are awesome. Did I say that before? My mods are awesome. My moderators are awesome. Because y'all are. Black Queen, you're just saying your good night and thanks for the support. See you soon. You sent them with a rose and a wave. Beautiful. And then of course their response back. So Gross, you said Trump for Black Queen. Then you said fun Zumba. You say hilarious. Derangers and the press who could do a better job is what I'll say. They could do a better job. There are many members of the press who are upstanding, but there are people who choose to engage in tabloid journalism. And I think, in general, it does a disservice when there's so much more information that people need and can be informed on. So we just wish everyone enlightenment and better standards for themselves, higher standards. Oh, thanks, Jason and Gina. You say, love hanging out with you. Feeling is always mutual. Feeling is always mutual. That's a heart if it wasn't clear. Cookies and cream also wave in. So interesting. I love this. Black Queen says, my life. And you forgot the other words. There was strange, hilarious, and explore. Madame Truffaut, you say, okay. Because I read the first two as if they were together, and I said, ugh. That was my reaction. It was guttural. You might have seen it. Like, it was just instinctual. So for gross, you also say 45. For fun, you say coitus. For interesting, you say thermonuclear physics. Yes. Yes. I'm not going to say yes a third time, but that's how I was feeling. For strange, you say pets getting married. Yeah, I have. You just bring in all the thoughts that no one's ever really consciously, purposely thought in this manner before. But you're right. That is actually the strangest thing. And that makes me think of Legally Blonde, which I love because I do believe Bruiser got married to some other dog. And I do believe they were a gay dog couple. I am not sure. It was either them or it was a movie that had Garcelle Beauvais in it. I can't be sure, but I thought it was hilarious. But pets getting married. Yes. Okay. And shut up. Okay. I say that with love, but shut up. I'm going to skip that one. And for explore, you say the universe, and I agree. No, I'm not letting you do it again. I'm not letting you do it. Laura, you say gross. Everyone's agreeing on this 45 thing. Fun fairs. Yes. I will say though, the one thing about fairs, and I think you mean like hay rides and merry-go-rounds and like, toss the thing at the stacked bottles and win a stuffed animal. I love them too. But I got to tell you, when there's a petting zoo right next to like a food stall, I have problems because that manure smell right next to food I'm about to eat, like I got to walk away, like clear across, because I can't have those two scents mingling. It don't work for me. Maybe for a perfume, if it's like used as a note beneath a note to enhance something, you might get away with it. But when it's pure from the lamb, I can't. And that's not to say I don't enjoy gamey meat, but you're not going to have me having a powdered funnel cake or churros or pretzels or pie slices, depending on which kind of fair you're going to. Okay, so for interesting, you say podcast. Awesome. I hope that whatever this is, if it's a podcast, I think sometimes it is. I hope you find it interesting. But which ones do you find interesting? Please comment and let me know because I can discover some. Strange fungi. I think yummy and dangerous. Those two are the like only places that fungi exist. And I heard this thing about vitamin D from sun exposure building up in fungi. And I'm like looking that up to see if that is just kind of like I'm looking that up because I don't know if it's one of you who shared it, if you shared it, but it's an interesting idea. And especially for those of us who are technically naturally supposed to be around the equator, vitamin D is always really good. And I do mean the vitamin, although I'm a human being. Let's see. Young people discovering our music. Yes. You find that what? Hilarious or strange? And then explore, you think travel. Great. Good to know. I'm glad. I'm glad. Freedom Earners TV. Hey, good night, family. Good night to you. Thank you so much for hanging out with the neighborhood. We couldn't be more happy. Thank you for being a member and enjoy your night. Joy Armour as well. Good night. Enjoy. Thank you. You say good night to everyone. You enjoyed the podcast. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed, and we have benefited so much from having you here. The valet out front is pulling your car around, so you'll be able to safely and wonderfully drive home. And let us know if you need to call a cab. The valet will check that you can drive in a straight line. They're trained. I don't need any sad stories after my parties. Let's see. Okay. Freedom Earners TV. Tomorrow night's going to be special. Ooh, Jason, are you planning a chat too? And will roasting being involved? Because I need to know. So Black Queen is just seeing some people off. Ronald Cooey, Africa's amazing. Africa has so much potential and so much that makes it brilliant. So yeah, couldn't agree more. Freedom Earners TV, tomorrow's link up for sure. Won't miss it. Yeah. Y'all, Jason and Gina the channel is fun. I don't think I need to say it more. It is a fun channel. They're great people. They are supportive, and if they say it, they're about it. V Thomas, you say gross, you think of dirty feet. Fun, you think of game nights with family or friends. Yeah. Interesting people. I like that. That's a very enlightened answer. Strange, AI. Wonderful is what AI is. But I can understand how you see it as strange because it's been made vast by how much storytelling in film has been kind of just dramatized and, kind of muddied the water on what it is, as well as marketing muddying the water on what it is. Because something generating something, we used to have like, what is your blank name job, sex work job generator. Like you type something in online and it generates something. So we or what's the name of your future whatever, right? And you type something and it would generate it. And basically we've expanded those fields as well as the algorithm's ability to break apart that information, reference it via indexes, and then spit out results according to studied whatever, or again, what's been indexed, what's been broken apart into its base pieces, and then reformed, reassembled, whether it's via randomization or whatever, to create results, right? Whether we have now pictures, QR codes, or if it was just the name of your alias for a particular line of work. So all of these things that have been now called AI kind of muddy the water. And this, I say that not to belittle what is currently called AI, but just to say some of the confusion is just due to the over marketing of everything without the clarity of definition, which is unfortunate, but is going to have to be clarified somehow, because people don't live with confusion for long. They don't tolerate it. And that's all I'll say on that. So you say hilarious comedy, obviously, and explore the earth. So you've got the earth. Other people have got outer space. Some people have got travel. It's beautiful. Queen, Black Queen, you say strange equals people. Yeah, they can be. They can be wonderful and they can be strange. Explore the environment and space. Listen, you just literally summarized what I'd be saying. We on the same page. Ronald Cooey, Lauren, love the laughter. Got to get ready for tomorrow. Have a good night. Have a great night. Have a wonderful evening and rest well. And I hope your spirits are lifted and you have a great day tomorrow. Marshar says 1, number 45, 2, fun, crafting, agreed. 3, for interesting, science, agreed. 4, I don't know how Lenny Kravitz is strange, but maybe your addiction to him is strange. I say that like humorously. Number 5, you have hilarious. My hubby's hillbilly impersonations. He's from Jersey. And then 6 again, explore Lenny Kravitz. Okay. All right. Get off my screen. Madame Truffaut says, could someone bring my plane around? Yes, we do luckily have a runway, but that will there's someone on a golf cart who will be taking you there because obviously we need with wingspan and tree clearance, you need a little bit more. You're going to be a little off in the distance, but we're going to be waving to you in the process. Have a safe trip, both on the massively large golf cart and then your beautiful plane. And please do tell me what plane is it. I'm open to whatever it is. No judgment. Marshar says, correction, interesting, Lenny Kravitz, strange, me. So you're calling yourself strange, but in a fun way. Yeah, I would agree with you. That's a beautiful evaluation. Both are welcome. Black Queen, there you go. All right, there you go. All right, so we're getting a lot of, oh geez, we're just gonna take that off screen real quick. And there we go. Finished. The end, everyone. Oh, geez. It has been an absolute joy to host you for this wonderful evening, this banquet, this dinner. And thank you for sticking with me. Unfortunately, y'all made me laugh so long that there was no way to keep it from ending before midnight. And I hope you had as much fun as I did. And, as I've said before, please, do that thing where you, join the channel and support. It means a lot. I thank you so much for the support that you have, shown. And, just want to bring up the QR codes because, again, if you have the ability to scan, but again, also I am at official Lauren Brown on Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube. And it's real Lauren Brown on whatchamacall that thing? What's that thing called? On X. I didn't mean for that to be shady. I'm sorry. But yeah, there's a lot more coming. It's not just gonna be pictures of my cute face. You'll get more. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, thank you so much for your time and your attention here in the neighborhood. You are welcome. And I will be just whatchamacallit. Where is it? I will just, I guess, yeah, here we go. I'll be looking at last comments and we will be signing out. But this is Lauren from the official Lauren Brown channel saying thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications both on YouTube and on your phone, and share this with everyone you know. Thank you for being in my neighborhood. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. They are scheduled so you can see it and plan in advance, find your time zone, all that good stuff. Love y'all. God, y'all made me laugh so hard today. Thank you. Thank you, Madame Truffaut, for insanity, but thank you to the whole neighborhood because you've all made me laugh. All right. Let's enjoy this final comments.